Okay, I think it's going. Hello, Hippocat.
Hey.
You sound awake.
Well, I'm kind of awake. I'm more awake than I was yesterday, but
Hello.
not by much.
Yeah. Well, hello, Errolwar.
Hello.
Unfortunately, we today don't have anything surprising for a Hippocat so that he would wake up from laughter or anything like that, so just try to hold up. Yep. And hello to you, welcome what? Future archive watchers and all that. Let's go right away. The secret? Yeah, the secret. So, where we left off last time, Sam was killed because he fell into the trap of those three dastardly villains in Bobruisk. Can I straight up climb this? What? Okay, apparently I cannot. And that awesome cutscene with the something Mountain King in the halls of the Mountain King music. Wow, I literally can climb this mountain apparently. Okay.
Oh wow, Antroid, shame on you. Shame on you.
Oh, well. There's a reason why this was never finished, let's just say that. Hello, Vice Commando.
Hello.
But yeah, and we are in the Afterlife, and there are some story bits there that I don't remember, that I'm too lazy to read, but basically the idea is that Sam is not in like his own afterlife, but in Antroid's afterlife. And at the time of making this, I was much more on Mario than I am right now, because it was not quite as tired as it is right now. And so I modeled my afterlife in a Mario style, even though this doesn't really look like anything like Mario apart from the smiling clouds, you know, but still, kind of generally. The next areas are gonna be slightly more Mario-ish. The music here is from Extreme G2, the racing game. Ugh, well, my right mouse button kind of glitches out all the time. There is that thingamajig. If you shoot the handle, turns the crank, the music will be changed for... I think most of the music that I changed it to is from Mario DDR, basic Mario music tracks, but I kinda want to have the proper music tracks here from Extreme G2 because I feel like they better reflect the mood of the level. So let's just go. There's action here, so I hope I won't be dying too much.
Is this the X from the Christmas Tale?
Yep, I was yesterday doing something, I don't even remember what, but I found... yes, I think I was trying to see if I could get Serious Run competition working. Had to re-download the thing from the internet, because I'd fucked with some files, apparently some levels at some point, and they wouldn't launch. And among other things, I noticed the X like grow in my SAM directory, and I figured if I just unpack it, since all like game files are actually unpacked, yeah, it would probably show up. I decided why not just switch things up for this last, hopefully, Serious Sam session. So we'll be swinging the axe, which I still think that like the motions kind of work for an axe as well as a knife, so it's alright. And I think it's slightly
They
like...
would kind of work for anything, really.
Yeah, they didn't really work too well. Actually, I don't... You know, they didn't have any motions for the Master Sword, so... oh shit, Labyrinth Zone 2. So, well, I mean, Sonic 1 is kind of boring, I don't know. I like... what's Starlight Zone after Labyrinth or before? I like Starlight Zone and the next one. But beginning of it kind of...
Labyrinth is the one with the water.
Yeah, the ruined underground place. I don't like that one at all, but I do... From Sonic 1 I only like those two, Starlight Zone and whatever Eggman place, Megapolis is. My favorite of the old good Sonic games is of course Trip versus Knuckles, I guess, if you count it as one game, which you should. Okay, someone's going to spawn when I bring this. Bring? What? Take. I don't remember who or where. Let's see. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Now, Marble Garden is pretty freaking tedious in Sonic 1. But I'm not like I don't have any particular good feelings towards the first one, whichever it was, the Spring Yard or whatever it was. It just kind of, you know, the kind of whatever. I do like those like futuristic Eggman zones the most. And like in Sonic 2, for example, I like Oil Ocean, I like the second level, whatever it was called. Then that's pretty much it, honestly though.
I think I played Sonic 2 the least of all the Sonic games on Genesis. For some reason.
Yeah, the music in Marble is great. For some reason, like the first two zones, what? The first two games, Marble for some reason always had. Well, I guess in the second that isn't really Marble Garden Zone as much as I think it was like just ruins or something. But they always seem to have the most like dramatic sounding music for no reason. But
and I just like the visuals, like some ruins and lava and like green bright grass and everything. And
outdoors it's fine, but I don't really care for the indoors because I feel like the tiles are drawn in paint, fucking, you know, just rectangle and some noise on top of it, of two colors. I really don't like how like the indoors of Marble Garden is drawn. But the outdoors is nice, but graphically Sonic 3 is my clear favorite, definitely. Like I think the style is slightly different, but it's just I had that little sticker book with a bunch of screenshots from Sonic 3 back in the day, before I ever could play the game myself. And maybe I'm kind of biased because of that, because it intrigued me immensely, and I found the graphic style just from the screenshots to be pretty awesome. I even remember like funny stuff, like, you know, Sonic fans do OCs and all that stuff, or at a reasonable age rather. I did have a Sonic OC back when I was like 10 maybe. He was green and his name was Uncles.
Okay.
It was back before I really knew English, and I knew that there was a word that sounded kind of like Knuckles, but not really. Like, I don't know what the fuck name kind of is Knuckles. I mean Uncles. But that was that. And I even had one single dream about a Sonic level. And I think I remember one feature of it. It was giant golden Sonic heads swinging like, you know, those rotating maces you see in many games. Pretty much just like, you know, the size of those barrels from Carnival Zone, pretty much that size. Giant metallic golden Sonic heads just kind of rotating on the stick. And they were like razor sharp. So that was that.
At some point recently I went to Sonic World just to see if it still exists. And apparently it does. But also, my art gallery is gone there.
Unfortunately.
Well, fortunately, because it was crap. I don't remember what was in there, but I remember it was crap.
Also, Vice Command, I don't know, I've heard some Sonic CD music, I didn't like any of it, honestly. Sonic 3 music is my favorite. Especially, let me see, Angel Island, then Flying Battery, whatever Egyptian level, Act 1 is very good. Oh, let me see if I can do this glitch. So these blocks, if shot or hit from below, they do spawn things on top of them. And as we might know, things that spawn, they telefrag things. So that's what happens if something spawns close to those biomechanoids. They get launched in the air. That was pretty spectacular.
Well, I guess that's kind of Mario-like. I mean, if you hit a block when someone is walking over it, you're gonna kill that someone.
Yeah. And yeah, apparently they only work from below, like, not from, when shot as I said initially, but when shot from below. So I guess maybe there's like a moving brush that is on touch and on damage or something. I don't need that ammo, I haven't been using it. But yeah, Sonic CD music, I don't know, just... I guess since I never liked or played, honestly, Sonic CD, I don't have any attachment to it, and therefore I can't really appreciate the music, because I'm just like that. But, yeah, I don't know. Sonic had some good music.
Are shadows actual shadows here, or are you using like a shadow texture for terrain?
I think the terrain is, it's like, they were made using the actual like shadow, Serious Sam shadow casting, but I like screenshotted it from above and then made it into the texture, I think. and somehow, I don't remember the exact process, but I somehow got it to work with, you know, the smooth texture of the terrain itself. I think when I screenshotted the shadows, I made the terrain itself like not have anything smooth, and I just kind of separated them from it, and then I just applied lots of blur. Like there was some combination of things you could do to make it so like the terrain only had like either full bright or, well, not full bright, but lit or unlit, but not like gradual you would get. And then I turned it into gradual without the shadows, and I screenshotted that, and I blurred it, and I combined them. Something like that, I don't remember exactly. Wow, the shading in the inside of this pipe is kind of crap. Oh well. It's just traveling through Mario pipes. Some message here. On an island amongst mushrooms. I think this is my first really good looking area, apart from the mountains, of course, the mushrooms themselves. I think like when I was making STEM levels, this angle here when you come out of the pipe is the first one I thought, yeah, okay, I definitely like what I just did here. But the mountain definitely could use some work, because I mean it's the same texture as the floor, stretched out crazily because it's just a terrain without any effort put into it. I was going to fix this all up, but then I decided to just do it from scratch, and then it all crashed and burned. Okay, where are the enemies? Well, I'm gonna collect some health first. And some sniper bullets, always nice.
That moment in Serious Sam where you pick up something and genuinely confused about enemies not spawning.
Especially in your own level. I think the skeletons do actually spawn immediately, but they spawn all the way over there and have to run towards you. Also, these mushrooms are clearly based, I think, on a Super Mario 64 level with the mountain, which also was kind of brownish. What's that have to do with anything?
Well, kinda, yeah, Vice Commander.
Did you make any statement in the last 5 minutes that would contradict the idea of you enjoying realistic diving scenes? Because otherwise I'm confused why he asked that.
Not really.
Alright. Those cannons there are sneaky, because you don't really see them well, don't hear them, and they throw a cannonball at you and you're dead.
I'm just too fucking broke to play iRacing again. So I only just make car paints for people sometimes. They lend me their accounts so I can log in and actually see what it looks like on the car.
You should play it then from their accounts.
Well, I'm not a fucking dick, so I don't do that.
Why not? Like, either go make some money or be a fucking dick. What else is there left?
Well, like I do, just sit and do nothing.
Well, it's boring.
It's
Do you want to be boring, Hypocat? Come on.
Well, it's not that I want to, it's just that I am. And
you have a choice. You have a choice to be a dick, yet you don't take it. It almost seems like you do want to be boring, Hypocat. Come on. This is 101 psychiatry here, or psychology, or whatever.
Alright, if you say so.
Just be a dick after you're done with my streams. Don't be a dick during my streams.
Yeah, Assetto Corsa is pretty good, but I didn't really like online racing. I started out with Assetto Corsa just as soon as I bought the wheel. I started playing Assetto Corsa just to get used to the wheel, and I was too scared to try iRacing at first. But when I played Assetto Corsa online, I just was so pissed off at how everything is poorly handled. So I just said, like, fuck that shit, I'm switching to iRacing. And I never regretted that. But yeah, Assetto Corsa, yeah, is alright.
You should play Mario Kart on an emulator. I hear it's good.
Well, I played Mario Kart.
Which one?
At some point. I think the one on SNES.
Of the ones I played, I mostly liked the N64 one. It's pretty nice and easy. which is nice for me because I suck at racing games in general.
I remember one game that is like pretty much like Mario Kart, but not Mario Kart, and it was called Wacky Wheels, I think. And that game I remember liking it a lot as a kid.
Seems to be a familiar name, but I don't remember.
Well, I guess it does, but the online, well, it doesn't have anything but online, of course, but that online is just fucking perfect, just the best. If I had the money for it, I'd play it.
There is that BA mode for Series M which has cars in it. Maybe you could make your own game. That should be multiplayerable. I think they ported it to Revolution at some point.
Yeah, Revolution, I've seen some vehicle stuff in Revolution in the editor. Like you can put pretty much any model and make it a vehicle, but they can behave really weirdly.
I mean, Series M 2 has vehicles in it built in. The editor couldn't be that much worse than first ones. I've never really tried. To be honest, I don't even know how to access it. It probably is somewhere on Steam amongst the game itself. But it's like the only Series M game to legit have vehicles in it. And they're pretty fun from time to time, kind of underused throughout the game. I wonder why no one ever, or maybe I just don't know it, but I don't think anyone ever made like Series M racing stuff for Series M 2, even though it could be very fitting for it.
Well, I guess people just in general didn't do much stuff for Series M 2.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of a pain in the ass editor from what I hear. Even though I just said it couldn't be much worse, but you know, there is all this stuff. And honestly, in 3 as well, there is lighting and shading and all that seems really tedious from what I read about the tutorials and stuff. Like scripting and some things are really good, but fucking shading, like every single model you put in the level you have to like manually do a bunch of shit for it, like create a second light map or whatever, second UV, automatically make the editor create a second UV, name it a specific way so that it works as a shadow map, then put like parameters of it, and just fuck off with that shit. Maybe just don't know. Maybe they
select all
automated it.
polygons, full bright, level done.
Yeah. Well, it was so easy, but like you know, in proper Series M3 the lighting is gorgeous. Like it's great looking game in my opinion. It's very good looking, but they didn't make it very easy. Hello, seriously, Leo.
Hello.
Why are you only greeting me, seriously? Leo? That's rude. Hippocat's always also here.
Well,
I guess
don't
kind of
matter.
always.
It's okay.
Also, I think this is the last level of AG7 that was in any state that could be called complete. And honestly, I think... I mean, the underwater dome levels were complete, and those shitty levels before them, and Bobruisk, and the intermediate level of city nothingness, a factory and sewers. Before Bobruisk, those were complete, but this is the last one. After it, we'll just have a bunch of, you know, nothing and rooms, and more rooms and a bit more of nothing. But that nothing is at least... I mean, there's that one level that has, like, a fight in it. But at some point I just became fascinated with making levels without any combat in them, for whatever reason. And I mean, some of them would have combat eventually, but I never got to that point, or too deep into that point with those levels. Well, I guess no real point, just, you know, describing it in advance, you'll see it all, but just so you know what to expect. The last really ever, like, any level of finished is this one. I mean, it's an alright level too. I mean, apart from this terrible looking landscape. Yep, Vice Command, that's pretty close. At least my mushrooms are prettier. For no reason at all, hitting the block summons this portal door, which you have to jump into. Also, that's an ocean out there. And you're in some sort of castle floating in the sky. Well, actually, spoiler, we don't know that it's floating in the sky yet, because we don't see, like, beneath us, and as far as we know, we're walking on the ground.
I remember this level has some kind of, like, complicated boss, but I don't remember what it is.
This level doesn't have any bosses. Like, there's a boss that is after this level, with the lava and randomization. And it, I guess, kinda continues the theme of this level, so maybe that's what you remembered. Okay, you don't need to go there. This is pretty much just, you know, Peach's Castle from Mario 64, only worse. The textures on the walls are completely ripped off from that. Well, I mean, redrawn, of course, from scratch, but you know. And the textures here they're misaligned, because at some point there is a texture that governs, like, the colors, and the texture that is just the tiles. And at some point I shifted the tile texture so it would be slightly more convenient for me to use, but I forgot. I mean, I guess I just didn't get around to shifting it on this level. It's used later, and there. Wow, what the fuck is here with the texturing? Wow, cool. You'll see how it's supposed to look. Rest assured, it's not supposed to look like this, basically. Even though I guess you would really not notice there's anything wrong unless you really looked, because at first glance it does look like there's just 4 white tiles, 4 blue tiles, and so on. I don't know. But at least I gotta be transparent, you know. There is some light here coming. I guess it's directional from there, but not on the walls, because just for some reason.
You know, as Commander, Mario and Dark Souls are about the only Japanese things Antroid can tolerate.
Well, I mean, not just Mario, a lot of Nintendo stuff. Zelda, Metroid, I guess that's it as far as, like, first party Nintendo games. I don't like Kirby, I don't like Star Fox too much. I don't care for Star Fox, rather. But Mario, Zelda and Metroid are great. Most of them. Come on, man, collision. Yeah. What is up with my right mouse button? Oh well. Источнико.
Now, typos, how could you, Antroid? Don't you proofread your stuff?
Not really, no. When I was looking serious run competition yesterday, I realized that thing was all in English, and you should see, like, the fucking English that I used there. It was so bad. Too bad I don't have time to play it. Maybe, I don't know. It's available on the internet freely, so yeah, there is no real point in me showing it off on stream. Then again, my Mario hacks are also available freely, so I don't know. But no voice command I didn't.
Antroid, I was kinda hoping that you show fucking everything you ever did.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna do it today, even if we finish with HSF. Maybe next Saturday I'll quickly go through serious run competition, but then take a break on Sunday. I guess I could run through my fucking deathmatch levels as well. Not much point for that. Ah yeah, there's that model from the test levels of Serious Sam, which I just kinda untextured, made it look like clouds. But the point here is apparently somehow to plant a bean. You know, Mario Beanstalks, things, vines you climb. You need to plant a bean, make it grow, and climb into the clouds so you can fly off. I don't remember how Netrixa realizes that this is our goal, but she does. And the bean is in this direction. And that direction is for the water, magic spring water, to make the bean grow immediately. I guess this is where you see first. Well, I mean, Netrix does say in the message that it's a magical sky castle, but this is where I actually see the fact that we're floating above snowy mountains. Kinda looks like that one Serious Sam 2 level though. Only they had islands, but also had the Terrigan landscape below. Which looked much better if I remember right. But I mean, Serious Sam 2 also stole my treetop village completely, which is in Serious Run competition, so they're like... They've been keeping tabs on me, I can tell. I guess there is the point to showing Serious Run competition, so everyone knows how they robbed me. Oh shit. Well, there they go. I wish Serious Sam 3 had a flamethrower because the skeleton sometimes is too annoying. It would be great to have a tool that just kind of sprays all over them and destroys them. Okay, got the bean. Let's do some backtracking. I don't know why the castle is so dirty from below there. There's the texture. Guess to give it some depth. Room. Cubicle. You know, cubicle, not in the office sense, but you know, cube shaped. It's probably a different word than cubicle.
Well, they're probably spelled differently, and that's it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe just cubicle, you know, instead of cubicle. This corridor looks kinda alright at first glance, but then you realize it's all copy-pasted. Man, I am just kinda self-deprecating today. Oh. I guess I woke up a bit late and that just ruins my day every time.
Yeah, whenever I wake up it just ruins my day.
Oh, Hippocat, you and your light-hearted humor. Yeah. But you should wake up at night. I guess you kinda do sometimes, if I remember your schedule right.
Well, my schedule is kind of fixed itself.
No. Well, actually, I guess it works better for me because it's kind of annoying sometimes if I want to ask something or say something and you're just kind of sleeping there. And in Skype and all that. Now, if only some of my Canadian friends could unfix their schedules so they are more aligned with me. Third weekend, we cannot arrange a fucking Skype call with Ben to go over some things he changed in Horse game, so that's annoying. And we used to be able to do it somehow, which is the strangest part. Secret! That was a very imaginative secret, I know.
Well, better than nothing, I guess.
Perhaps. And this little thing definitely could use some smoother shading, maybe a gradient texture of some kind, because this kind of doesn't look as great as I imagined it. But, you know, this place looks better when you're just in the editor flying, looking at it from afar, because you can see the whole shape at the same time, but yeah, I guess you kind of can as well. Basically, this is supposed to be the island with the spring, but the spring has dried out. But in truth, it's just kind of corked there, we have to uncork it. Fun fact, that cork doesn't just fly up in the air, it also shrinks, because there's not enough, you know, space up there for it to fly so far that it shrinks to a pixel. I didn't want to do just a fucking huge, you know, empty space up there. And I also didn't want it to just fly through the portal polygon above and disappear from the sky completely, so I made it shrink like that as it flies up. And here, since we need to transport... What? Oh right, it's another voice clip from someone saying I need you to drink this, or I want you to drink this. Wow, okay, I don't remember inserting that. But yeah, Vice Comment, I am pretty clever. But so the story here is that Sam doesn't have any buckets or anything. He needs to transport this water, trust me, this is water, to the bean, and for that he must transport it basically in his mouth, but it's magical water, so it has side effects.
Hello.
Oh yeah, hello Afghan. Finally you got here. In real time. Speaking of real time. Yeah. Wow, everything lags in this mode.
What was it called? Like GAM F real-time factor?
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember the console commands. It's just time controller in the editor. It's pretty fun, but
I was suggesting you kind of fix, fix that.
It lags the game to hell, unfortunately. But it's kind of fun sometimes to play with it. I mean, I used it for that slow-mo tower defense yesterday. And that kind of fucks with the controls instead of the frame rate, but still. I also like how the music sounds sped up 4 times. Yeah, I even remember somehow it's 4 times the speed of normal gameplay here in music.
Could go fast.
Yep, Mario is known for that. That's him spitting the water out. The bean has already begun to grow, as you see. And now we just need to wait for the side effects to wear out. Or wear off, rather. There's some grenadiers around here. Okay. Playable! How playable is this? Check it out. And now some Zurks, I think. Yeah, no, still some grenadiers. Well, I mean, there's a lot of side effects from speeding up 4 times. It was not really intended to be used. I don't know why they included the feature, to be honest. Yeah. Oh shit, I'm gonna die.
Well, the features that don't really work and nobody needs them, but they are still available anyway, are the best kind of features.
Yeah, I guess. Phew. And now if we look at this, we're gonna witness the growing. There we go. Let's collect some health and climb up that stuff. Also, I think there's supposed to be like... which doors were? Oh. There's some way to get a cannon to spawn in this room. But I don't remember it. Maybe don't open the doors initially. I think that might be the key. Like, when you come in here first, you can open the doors that lead to the bean and this empty storage room where I did go and look at it when I was here. But I think if you don't open these doors until the last possible moment, maybe in that case you get the cannon. Alright, there's something in that corner that I might want, some health I think. Those are just shells, if I see. Ah no, it's armor. Well, the same, all the same, let's just climb. Yeah, Afghan, you got the right idea. This climbing animation, first person. He does even do the little shimmy left and right. Now we're riding a cloud, magical cloud. Puff, magical puff even.
Magical marshmallows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I forgot about that thing.
I did not. At some point I consider this my greatest creation.
Didn't you have like some super performance problems here or something?
Yeah, this place was pretty laggy back in the day. It's all full bright, but even still. I guess I didn't optimize it in any way. I could use some brush mapping thingamajigs here. Also the propellers, check them out, because they're supposed to be like just, you know, blinking between 2 states and slowly rotating, and that imitates the way it looks when something spins really fast. I think it works. Also, I really like how the music syncs to this scene, like and then we see it opening up when it's kind of the music starts. That works very, very well, I think. But this is one of them airships from Super Mario Bros. 3. Here, completely intuitively, we can just kind of stick to the wall, climb over. Here we have those bullet bills that... Oh yeah, and those guys get out of like Monty Moles or whatever, wrench some... No, Monty Moles weren't on the airships. The wrench guys, I don't remember. Rocky Wrench is the name of the enemy. Like Rocky Wrenches, but they just pop up out of the hatches. I think you can blow up these cannonballs that are just kind of lying there. And you get a little rock in its place for a second. They also blow up on if you touch them, so... And yeah, this like slightly lit up under the flame, that's just on the texture. Yeah, well, I mean, Mario's, you know, in a magical place with magical things in it. Someone put these planks here so that the cannonballs don't get stuck on the ship. Might have been me.
How thoughtful.
Oh shit, more. Yeah, you can make them run into stuff, including the fire. Kills them. Even blacks the model. Black? No, what's the proper word? Like something. Chars. Yeah. So maybe this is like a proper... Ah, no, you know what? It's properly like just a touch field with a damager that is set to like fire. I think that blackens, chars the model of whatever gets hit by the damage. You guys might not have noticed, but in the cutscene that we ended on last time, when Sam was subjected to those flamethrowers, his body was also kind of getting charred as he went. Okay, and this thing you need to shoot. It's like those Super Mario Bros. 3 airship screws, but instead of jumping on them, you need to shoot until it is at the very end.
Screw you, airship.
Screw you! Ah, yeah, those were the times. Surprise frog!
At least that's not surprise fucking frogs.
Yes. Oh shit, and this is slightly off sync. At some point it worked perfectly, like the timing of the ball appearing and disappearing, but then it got offset by a second, so it appears and disappears a bit too late. But these two cannons just kind of throw the ball back and forth, which is kind of funny. Oh yeah, and the patchwork moon as well. Forgot about that, though it's from Yoshi's Island, which is completely inappropriate for Super Mario Bros. 3, but it's there. And this thing is murder, I need to quick save here.
Yeah, we have.
Fuck.
We have. That's a mighty fine game.
Yeah, even I've played it a bit, though I didn't get too far. I had a lot of fun, but I didn't get into, you know, proper military weaponsmithing and all that. Most of my fun was with... Oh shit! With water stuff, like playing irrigation and like kill rooms where you could drown people, or rooms I wanted to make room when you could train people forcefully to swim by trapping them, but turns out they aren't trained in water that they can survive. Okay, that's how you do it. You hang on up above those until you are the highest you can get, and then you proceed to drop forward. Okay, these are dangerous because they kill you pretty much instantly. This is kind of like a gag here because you have these tiny platforms with those hatches on them, and if you can actually make the jump, you can see that people do spring up from the hatches, though I'm not even sure how I made it like look right. I don't think I use any portals in here. Also, this is really dickish sometimes because if they land a hit on you, you get thrown off. I've told the story many times. I don't quite feel like it. But the short version is that it's just a character I did. I drew comics back in school with characters based on me and my classmates, and my character was a cool robot with a skull face, and I decided to, you know, go with a naming scheme of all the characters and have it slightly based off the real name, but also on the kind of character he was. So that my name is Anton, or Anton if you want to properly pronounce it in English, I guess. And Antroid, as you all know, before it was some sort of phone, it was a robot shaped like a human being. Right, how the fuck do I make that? Do I make that? I hope I do make that. Okay. And that's this level. We get in the pipe just like it's in my Brothers 3, and it's supposed to get us to the boss, but it's not connected. Oh, what? It's just... what? There was a cutscene that I accidentally skipped here. I guess it was like me telling Sam hello. Oh well. There are some of my voice work that will unfortunately have to miss because I haven't found a way. Like last time, I mean there's this boss, but getting slightly ahead of ourselves. Last time I did say that I was gonna fix this level so that like some cutscenes play, but I wasn't able to do that. Guess why? Because the 64-bit editor, while it can open the levels and can save them and doesn't, you know, freeze or lock up or crash or anything like the usual CSM editor does at this point with the old version, it doesn't show that little side panel where you can define the properties of entities, because it's just not there. And usually to fix that you need to uninstall or do something like there's a registry value that somehow you delete it or something, and I remember fixing that for Revolution one time. But this installation of system that I'm using here, it's not in my registry because it survived like 5 Windows reinstalls, and it's just kind of the files are there, and so there is nothing in the registry that I could delete to fix that. And it probably wouldn't fix it either because it's not the actual editor file, but it's like a editor 60-bit file, which is like, you know, custom made somewhere from the internet. So I'll have to just tell you what's going on this level. And on this boss fight there is also supposed to be some voice work and some different music. The music change from the previous level, the Mario level, would carry over to the boss itself, because the boss was supposed to have also Extreme G2 music, but if you come there from the previous level and the music was changed to Mario, the music boss music would also be Mario. But unfortunately it's always Mario here. But you know what, the Mario music track for the boss is better than the Extreme G2 one, so I'm kind of glad that it is that way.
Also entities on the thumbnail.
Ah, yes. I don't know, Vice Commander, I definitely, it stands out for me. Maybe atmospherically it is one of my favorite levels. Oh shit! You know, this is the Extreme G music. Okay. This is interesting, because when I ran this level last time it definitely was the Super Mario music. Maybe I made it so it changes depending on the difficulty. Let me see. I think I tested on Tourist previously. So maybe I made it... Let's see if I run it on Tourist. Holy shit! I don't remember doing this, but apparently... Okay, so this is the Mario 64 remix from the internet that I used in this boss. And I feel like it's cooler. But I'm just gonna let it play for a bit and explain the boss and then switch over to the proper music version, the Extreme G, I guess, one. This is like the Bowser fight remix. Oh shit, and he completely goes with his ultimate attack. That summons a meteor from above. So this boss is like supposed to be my own representation of myself in the afterlife. Some sort of brain in a jar and some sort of disgusting biomass and a monitor and a bunch of pipes and stuff. Man, his ultimate attacks just don't stop. And he's actually randomized. I was able to do some randomization. If you know CSM editing, you would know that there is no true randomization in it. But if you set up a monster to patrol, you can set up an area that it patrols in. It will go into random points in that area. So I set up a monster under the floor. Man, the ultimate attack, it just kind of goes with it. And there are a bunch of touch fields there that it triggers when it patrols randomly within the area. And depending on which touch field it triggers, it chooses the position of this thing where it appears and the attack it uses. It has 5 attacks, 2 energy based, just like weapon shooting. This one, spraying the firecracker projectiles, and a different one I hope he shows later. 2 monster based attacks where it spawns either gnars or ghouls, and the ultimate attack which summons a meteor. But yeah, and the thing is here, you can only hit him with rockets, and so you have to wait for this backpack to respawn, which gives you 1 rocket. I did it by using a brush that sends events when it is damaged, but it is shoot through, so you cannot hit it with normal bullets, only with projectiles. Let me actually show that, because the meteor kinda smoothly shows up there. That's a trick, because it would be very obvious if it spawned against the black starry sky there. But I made it so that there is black fog there. It doesn't affect the background, because the background just is rendered over everything. But it does affect the meteor, so when it spawns initially it's full black, and it's way less noticeable against such a background. And then it slowly comes out of that fog, and so it lights up. And you know what, I probably won't bother playing this in the Extreme G2 music, because you kinda heard a little bit of it, and it's just all like that. The whole track is just like dead, like dead, or something. The bulls are the most dangerous part here, because they knock you over into lava. Okay, show us the last plasma attack, please. Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's not really plasma, it's the zomball rockets. Slightly drunk. Shit, I totally wasted this rocket, oh well. And yeah, once you shoot the brain jar a bunch, the brain starts pulsing faster. I think it's depending on the color of the life bar. When it's green it's speed 1, when it's yellow it's slightly faster, and when red it's fastest speed of pulsation. But basically after like half of his life the boss becomes really tedious, because it's not really hard or anything. But this backpack spawns way too slowly. Wow, he just doesn't want to let up. And yeah, that meteor, you can't really shoot it or anything. You just need to realize in which corner of the platform is going to hit and go into the farthest one, because the meteors are really powerful and damaging in SEM. The sniper rifle is the best for the bulls, unless you miss like that. I guess this is tourist, so might as well kill him with an axe. And when you kill him, there was a cutscene originally that I think only a remnant of that is still there, where he goes like, "Oh, my head," and then brain explodes, and then his eyes go all like anime, like, you know, Russian L. But what do you call that? That symbol? Well, you know, the anime eyes. And it goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch some anime," and sinks into lava. Basically, it's a joke about how when he's like his brain is gone, he decides to go watch anime, because that's like a stupid thing to do or something. Wow. Back when I tested this last time, he didn't do the fucking meteor once. I was afraid it glitched out, but apparently he just was sick of it. Yeah, Vice Commander, I was pretty satisfied with how like slick it feels when he does the thing. The sound, the steam going off, and the fact that the pipe doesn't just go up and down with a fixed speed. It does slightly cartoony thing where it's faster in the middle, you know. Okay, 1 hit left, I guess. At this point the storyline, I think, went into some deep shit, like Antroid here was manipulating the Afterlife, because like the Afterlife, he figured like paradise or something, it would be shaped into what he wanted, and he wanted an Afterlife that would provide him with the means to go back to life or something. So in his Afterlife he had a machine. Ah yeah, there we go. Голова, which is like my head, and that explodes and blows up, and it's just, there you go, there's the eyes, and the anime file for some reason doesn't play, so he waits for a while and then sinks into lava. So basically he had the machine to, yes, to travel through space-time and between dimensions, and you know, from the Afterlife to the real life. He was just waiting to kill Sam, but Sam killed him and stole his machine, and so now Sam travels to the past of Babruisk to figure out what was wrong with the town or something, I don't remember, because the storyline was changed so many times. And at some point that machine became, you know, that editor that I mentioned before, the ancient artifact that can alter the state of reality based on how people imagine it. So this town has no enemies in it, and it's completely unfinished, but still has some nice areas visually, so I'm still gonna watch it. Watch it? Show it. I was kind of slightly obsessed with this level back in the day because for some reason the idea of making a city level that really felt like a city and had this, like, you know, stalkerish atmosphere of desolation, destruction and stuff, and was a bit horrorish. It was just, you know, well, I mean, I was pretty obsessed with it. I would just walk through Moscow, looking at all the buildings, photographing, just taking references, trying to find textures, just memorizing how buildings looked, what areas I liked the looks of, and how they were composed. Like there are some, you know, just how buildings were positioned, and when I liked how it looked, I remember the positioning of them and would try to replicate it. But I didn't get very far, unfortunately, because, you know, effort. Also, these are a fancy thing that I didn't really use that very well, but this is basically a model of a plant that we get here, and it looks pretty detailed up close, but unfortunately I did it too well, so you can't really see it, and maybe in my current quality settings it doesn't even work, but it's supposed to change into a sprite when you walk a distance away from it, so it was supposed to afford me like a lot of them to completely, well, I mean, I just got too sick of placing them by hand and then rotating them to random angle and then randomly sizing them, scaling them, so it didn't go very far. And of course the shading here is not done or anything, it's just kind of scarcely populated with details and stuff. But I did use my photographing for the forest texture back in there, and since that day I was a changed man. I'm still in love with forest textures. Like I've used a lot of them in Shit Haha for Doom, so I guess that kind of traveled there. The music here, by the way, is from Skull Monkeys, which is a sequel to Neverhood, a platformer for PlayStation 1, the last level, Evil Engine number 9. Some random shed with a valve in it. This graffiti is from a photograph, also.
Was this blurry in real life?
Nah, it was a really bad quality photograph, and I had to separate it from, you know, stuff around it. So then I just kind of blurred it. So
no, might as well just drone your own.
Well, I guess. Otherwise, Commander, it does look kind of alright. You know, not a lot of games make a realistic forest at all. For some reason, people just even fucking Witcher 3, and the game called The Forest, you know, that one. None of the forests in them look real, in my opinion. They always make the trees much smaller and sparsely positioned than in reality. The forests are much denser, and the trees are much taller in general. And I mean, it's kind of technically just a photograph, part of a photograph plastered there, so it's not like my achievement that it looks alright. But I would say that if you separate, if just only the forest line does look better than even modern games forest lines, but that is because it's a photograph, which should look better. But when you widen the screenshot and you see everything else, obviously it just kind of starts looking like shit. Some of these, I don't know if you get these in anywhere but, you know, our Eastern European countries. It's like temporary living quarters for people who work on construction. Yeah. Okay.
This was pretty interesting because the garages part is the only part I remember from this level.
Ah, yeah. This is where I originally made Sam's start, but then I added the part before it. Forbidden Forest, I don't think I've heard about that one. Yeah, originally Sam started kind of here, looking this way, like that. Also there's a key somewhere around here that you need to find. This level will be super tedious to everyone, because it has no fights in it, and it's centered around finding really obscurely hidden keys everywhere. Is there a ladder here? Little shack for a guard. Second key. These are modeled after real locks as well.
Know what you should have done here? Like a concrete block баяниста мода услуги.
Yeah, definitely. Ah man, there's so much of that everywhere. I should have photographed it somewhere and made the texture. This is all like, this is completely outdated story-wise, like by several decades I think. This thing says like Mayor of Babrusk L.O. Shkov prohibits leaving the territory of the town from that to that date. There is armed patrols around the perimeter of the town. It was like originally he was a mayor and there was some other storyline there. He was like genetically engineering something, and then he turned into a scientist, and the story is just, you know. I kinda remember the story, like the last iteration of the story and some fragments from the older ones, but not enough to tell it in English in real time, I'm afraid, so it's not even that English. There's a little shop here with a little silhouette of, you know, the interior there without any detail, but you don't really see it very well, so it works, I guess. A little bicycle wheel for no reason. Also, this texture, the asphalt texture here, was made from my photographs, and I think this is like my most successful texture because it looks pretty right, at least like for the Serious Sam level of blurriness. This is just my signature, I think, so go ahead and copy it if you want. I can't even copy it myself. Every time I sign anything, it's completely different. Okay, so there's supposed to be cutscenes around here that don't play, as I warned you all. Basically, it was a bit of a parody of Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth, and the factory level there. Near the end of it, you got some cutscenes from the eyes, from the point of view of some monster that was chasing you in several rooms behind you, and that terrified the shit out of me back in the day, because it was so scary. I didn't, like, super know subconsciously that there was really nothing behind it. I was really afraid, and I was trying to hurry my way through the remaining part of that level so it doesn't catch up with me. At that point in the game, you haven't seen any monsters really up close, so that was even more scary. And then here, like after you drop down here, what's supposed to happen is someone shuts down, like shuts the hatch above you, and as you go through these, I think it probably says that the droplets there are poisonous, and they in fact are, because if you stand here, it's likely to get damaged. A bit less than the tourist difficulty allows for, but you can see the heart shaking there, indicating damage. Yeah, not even that chase very close, like not when you run from the Shoggoth, but the part before the Shoggoth where you just kind of walk through the empty halls of the factory and you get cutscenes from, like, you know, the fish eye distorted view of the monster that's following you, but it's not really there. You can backtrack as much as you want if you want to find you. But that part, Shoggoth, I mean, the chases in that game are brilliant, but that's not the part that I was talking about. And as you go through this little maze here, you get cutscenes of that monster dropping down. Like there's like some monster chasing you here, and he drops down that hatch as well after you. And when you exit here and proceed further, you still keep getting cutscenes of that monster that's supposed to be following you, but he's lost in the maze and he's just cursing out. Like, what the fuck is this maze? I'm so hungry, I want to eat.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's a shame that doesn't work.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could probably somehow show it in the Revolution engine, because that has a working editor that I could use to change to activate the, but that's for next time maybe. There's a shadow here from the model of a switch, which is used to pick up the key. But let's actually not pick it up because I'm, ooh, how scary. That key was actually kind of well put there, because you approach this, which doesn't seem to, there we go. No key, and you go, fuck, I gotta find the key in this whole place. You go back, and it's supposed to be that you immediately see the key as you backtrack, because it's just right there. I don't remember what music this is, to be honest. I think it's not actually music. I think it's like some either underwater like whale thing or some space signal interpreted from radio or something. Basically not music from a game. Yeah.
Whales are gonna sue you for copyright.
Oh shit. Also that key is just there to throw you off, you can't pick it up. These houses are like perfectly modeled after real houses we have here in Moscow. Unfortunately I can't really... I mean, you can see part of it from my window, but right now it's night, so you wouldn't be able to see it even if I shoot my camera. This is, I think, the most detailed area of any Serious M level that ever existed, but also this like small courtyard lagged like hell back in the day. I don't remember that Vice Commando. I remember that, like, I don't even remember what difficulty I played that game on. It was pretty difficult in some parts back in the day. For me at least, because I sucked at it. Maybe I would be better. Okay, so here this is some sort of, you know, one of those one-story buildings we have here that house a bunch of businesses, like mostly some sort of shop, store, mall place, and might be hair salon and something else. And here we need to break in through this part, and we need to keep finding keys. This doesn't even work for some reason. There's something with the switches that I fucked up at some point, I guess. And basically we need to keep finding keys until we find the key that fits that. And I think there's three. One there, one on the brick here. Also that house over there is also perfectly modeled from photographs of a real house over here in North. Like there's a fuck ton of these, like 5-story houses. It has pretty much all the details I could think of, maybe, almost. These are just, you know, freestyle, but still kinda in the style of our Russian houses. I guess they are also in the style of, you know, Hong Kong has some houses like that, and a bunch of... I mean, China in general has pretty Russian architecture, if you think about it, and some Eastern European countries as well, from the Eastern Bloc. Actually, a lot of models.
Maybe we have
unique.
Chinese architecture.
Maybe we have Chinese. Actually, I think it's like communist architecture or something. Whatever. And there was supposed to be a cutscene here. Oh shit, there is one more. Where is there one? Oh, in the pipe here, I think. Yeah. So, amongst the cutscenes that were lost to time, there was one when you enter this and some kind of walks here like, ooh, what's that? And he hears a like radio white noise signal from that room, and he goes in here. And in front of this table there is a chair and a zombie sitting in it. Well, you don't know it's a zombie eventually, and you kind of try to slowly approach, and the zombie stands up and some backs off, and then the zombie turns and it's a scary face with empty eyes and stuff. Well, I mean, it was really badly modeled and funny looking, but you know, I thought it was scary at the time. And the radio was kind of Silent Hillish because there was no real radio here. He was just, you know, there's a monster there, that's why there's the radio sounds. Then he would turn around and slightly walk for us, and Sam would back off here, fall on his ass kind of around here somewhere, and then drop down this hatch, and that was that. Yeah, unfortunately, that's it for this level. Also, fun fact, I've released some screenshots of this area over the time, and Flash Zombie, the guy who got me my job, my current job, he made a deathmatch level that is like his attempt to con. And for some reason, by default, it always comes up here. You don't even have to go into the menu. Basically, this is his idea of what the area looked like, based on my screenshots.
This is amusing.
Yeah. I like to think mine is better.
Well, yours does look better. Much nicer, like the colors and the shadows and the details and just the general style. Yours is much better than this.
Yeah, but I don't think he was really seriously trying this. Part of it was just him making a point with the textures, because he took issue with the texture of the asphalt there because it was too clean on the road in my version of this. And the rest of it was just, you know, for fun, to see how much he would recreate it from the screenshots. Honestly, I wish I had the, like, you know, the patience. What the fuck was with that double shotgun there? I got to wait for it to resolve.
It was a do-it-yourself shotgun.
Okay. So yeah, I kinda wish I made, like, you know, indoors with containers like this, because it would fit better than that little. Okay, yeah, wow, what the fuck.
Well, then there's shotgun parts, you pick them up and you assemble a shotgun.
Sure. Yeah, and I mean, he wasn't like sincerely trying to do his best here. I really don't think he was. He was just, you know, doing it for fun. At least he put invisible walls so you can't escape. There's some sort of thing flying here, like particles. And some sort of music even. Oh well. I wonder if this next level has the flashlight thing in it, or if I remove that as well, because it's just one room. No, I removed the flashlight, unfortunately. It's supposed to be some sort of, you know, like Metro or Stalker underground bunker slash laboratory slash, but I only got as far as one room. And I had this idea of how to make a flashlight in Serious Sam, which was just, you know, make everything very brightly lit, put fog that is black and very close, and put an image overlay over the entire screen that has, you know, just a black but a hole in the middle where it looks like a typical flashlight glare, and it looked pretty cool. And it was even a bit scary when, you know, because you can't see very far due to the fog, or it's supposed to be like the flashlight not reaching very far, and when you have like some clear skeletons coming at you from that fog, or, you know, when they get into your flashlight zone, if you want to believe it, it looked pretty spooky. But for some reason I disabled it here. I guess I wanted to look at the room as I was making it better. But I guess it would have been cool if I made more of this. It looks kind of competent. The lockers, and I like the, you know, the kind of blurry but still kind of looks like peeled off paint here on the wall, or whatever you want to call it, like stukaturka. I don't know how it's called in English. And the music, I think, is from Scratches, the adventure game, which is not really adventure, like, you know, quest or whatever. Yeah, so a lot of levels are gonna be like that, just a room or several. I guess this is the last. Yeah, I mean, there's only 3 entries here left, and I guess there are more than rooms, but still not very substantial. And since we're only here for an hour, maybe I can do the series run competition today. We'll see. So after some figuring out stuff, since Sam has that machine from my Afterlife that he stole from me, man, it's each step story. Now he is trying to like fix something with Bobruisk, because it's like a doomed town and something in the past happened that made it so bad, and at some point he was supposed to go into like super distant past before mankind or anything, and there's some ruins of an advanced civilization and stuff, and like this is the time where prime evil came to Earth. So Netrixa makes Sam, pretty much Netrixa was supposed to guilt trip Sam into fixing like just evil in general. This level is, I think, of the HCF levels, the last one I was working on, so it looks the best out of them. Apart from those mountains which look like molehills over around, but most of this looks much better than anything else I've done for HCF. Including my pride and joy, these little puddles of water here from after a rain, because there was a flood, actually not a rain, like a flood, biblically, here, and these are puddles. The music is from Parkan Iron Strategy, a Russian game. Soundtrack is brilliant as fuck. Also, this beginning has no enemies and it's roughly based on some dream I had about a level like this. So like the general geometry and directions of where you go, I think is kinda roughly based on what I could remember. There's a choice here, you can walk into this little room, but it's, I mean, not room, corridor, but it's not interesting, so... Oh, and yeah, this is the correct way the tile texture is supposed to be used. Like you can see, there's a large texture that does the colors of these tiles, and it is aligned with this actual detail, like black and white, grayscale rather, tile texture. And if you took the narrow tunnel, you would end up in there, on top, but I mean, it's not really worth it. What are these plants called in English? I never knew. It's called khvosh in Russian, khvosh.
You know, I can look it up probably.
Yeah, you probably can. And also a rotten corpse, which looks kind of goofy.
Oh boy, how the fuck do I read this? Exquisitum.
Sure, let's go with that.
Or mare's tail.
Mare as in horse?
Yes.
Okay, that's easier to say. And yeah, if you went... Oh, and there's that thing as well. If you go above, you travel across there, but this way is more interesting here. Another rotten corpse.
Can you show me the rotten corpse closer, because I was looking at Google Translate?
I think there's a place where it's better lit, but let me go to the first one. I put them all in the darkness because I didn't think they looked very well. But I think this one is in the brightest place.
Not disgusting enough.
Yeah. It's like not just a rotten corpse, it's supposed to be like they drowned and were underwater for a while, so they just super flesh rotted off the bones or something, I don't know. I don't actually know how it would look if a corpse spent some time underwater and then the water was drained, so I was just guessing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I just didn't watch enough television about serial killers back in the day. And these here look a bit penile.
Wasn't there like something that looked like swastika here or something?
Yeah, these like the connections between these from above, there's just like a little bit off here. If it was here instead of here, it would look like a swastika from up top. We can even please fly up and see from above. Yeah, it's almost a swastika here. Wow, managed to get full damage from that. But here we need to do a little puzzle. Go back up here. Press a bunch of switches on these platforms, and these jumps are a bit impossible. So good thing I have please fly in my console. Alright. So press this one, and it activates like 3 more. We press them all. And that large door opens, and I'm gonna hope to get there in time because it opens in a fancy, cool way. Not just a typical moving brush that just kind of moves linear speed and all that, but it, you know, starts off slow and then speeds up and then ends also kind of slow. It was a fancy new mechanic I found out how to do. And check out how in the reflection you could see it do the same. It looks. I like to think I set that up pretty like and all that. But basically the only thing you could move smoothly in Series M was the camera, and I found a way to make it so like the moving brush follows the camera without any glitches, and use the camera to open this door. And there's that glitch that happens every time with fog there. Every time I change something in this level I have to go and fix the glitch again. Thank you, Vice Commando. I generally just enjoy like this angle here because there's that sun behind the building and it kind of disappears there.
What's that hex stuff on the wall?
It's just only hex because to save polygons, but it's supposed to be like growth, some sort of like underwater style growth, but here because it was flooded at some point. I don't know. Okay, so in here there's 2 paths. You can fall down there and do a little bit of water swimming, or you can jump across. Yeah, this, like those few tiles are not supposed to glitch out like that, trust me. Because there's a slightly glitchy or hacky way, no, not really beehive, but you know, beehives aren't underwater. Just, you know, those sea cucumbers or whatever. I don't know, I'm not an expert in marine life, but there is something underwater that grows that inspired that, I don't know. So basically the way, because there's, you know, this white haze up here, but it's not under there. And in Series M that would be very problematic, border between sectors which don't have haze, usually glitched out in some way. And I found a way to do it. Yeah, in some way, by some way I mean, you can see there is haze over this room, right? Not over the room, but over the gap, over the square gap. You can slightly see there's haze over it, like it's drawn over on top of it. But this sector of this gap isn't set to have haze, and the sector below doesn't set to have haze. And usually in Series M that would mean that it would be drawn without any haze on top of it, so it would look really glitchy and it would stand out in a room that is slightly hazed over. And what I did was I put an invisible polygon here and through some combinations of flags, the polygon would be affected by the haze, so it would like cover the unhazed part. And I mean, that's technical. And these tiles are here glitching out like that because of the technique as well. I use it here, but you fix them easily by doing some joining of brushes, but every time you do something else in the level, this fucks up again and you have to fix it again. And I guess the last time I worked on this level, I didn't fix this. So, and I guess not broken eggs, but you know, there's I don't know, not actually broken eggs. Also, these ferns, the texture here, we went with Hippocat and we grabbed some of the ferns here and we put them on a table in the woods because there was a table. Did we put them on a table in the woods or did we find something white? Because I seem to remember photographs being on something really bright white, so that I could cut them out.
I don't remember that whatsoever.
Basically, we grabbed a bunch of fern leaves and we took them somewhere. We photographed them against the contrasted background, and I made the texture from that and the model then to make the to use the texture. But yeah, oh wait, no, not this direction. These are kind of pointless here, but go is here. There is some sort of like barred areas, whatever. Drop down here, and this little room, which looks kind of alright. More of those hexagonal things. It's, I don't know, maybe technically things of this shape would be, you know, serving for something to live in it, maybe, or grow out of it or something. But there is like, you know, those tubes, coral tubes, kind of, that sometimes are kind of low, and there's a bunch of them. I guess I made this before I went for that, working for that company that made all the underwater games, so I didn't really have my hand on all that. And you go out here through the broken corridor and into this cool looking canyon, which is probably my favorite place apart from the level of Poklatska. I think this is my favorite place visually that I ever made for Serious Sam. And if you took the other way, they're dropping into the water with the glitching tiles, you emerge out of that hole. So let me show that way if I can see anything, because it's very dark in there. This thing, like you know, this thing is definitely almost directly based on some sort of coral thing that I've seen in photographs from deep sea. And those hexagonal growths are just like these things, but bunched up and small, and you know, that type of life. Also, the texture, the detail texture here is something I photographed as well. Not the ridges or anything, but the like the small details here. Under a bridge, there was, you know, droplets dropping from the bridge on top of some cement slabs, and I guess they contain some calcium or some asbestos or whatever, actually some substance that solidified when it dried out, and it produced this kind of like, you know, this little area of really strange shape, which you can kind of see what it looked like on the texture, but not really. But oh well. So okay, drop down here, and there's these glowing things that kind of guide you. Also use that texture as a part of them. This is largely inspired by the first areas of Rune, with the underwater caves and all that. Okay, if I remember right, there's a passage somewhere around here. Maybe there, maybe this. Yeah, this place looks cool, because there's just a bunch of these.
Put things in groups to make them look cool.
Definitely, always works. And the music is really good, as I said, from Parkan. Most of the tracks in that game work better in like Soviet-style cities or something, but some of these music tracks really work well for alien landscapes, even though this is not really alien, it's supposed to be on Earth. But the game was about, you know, alien planets, so technically it's good that it works for that. This little narrow passage here, which is supposed to be like claustrophobic because it's in a cave that you can get stuck in. I really, thanks to Rune and stuff, I really like environments where it's a cave of very, you know, ungamey shape. Basically super narrow and wide or something like that. Basically something that you wouldn't imagine in a video game, because it's just, you know, unorthodox. That was not really like super good example, but a little bit of an example. And this is the hole which we emerge out of, into this canyon. And trigger the same. This is like supposed to be some algae or weeds or whatever that when the water was rushing down, I guess somehow it pinned them all in that direction and then it all dried out, or I don't know. I didn't think this too well through. Okay, fight music also from Parkan. If I remember right, this battle is pretty hard actually. Because there's red biomex and ghouls from that side and these guys from this side, but I think there is some bonus stuff in the rocks actually, if I can get someone to blow up rocks for me.
Come on, Antroid, what's wrong with you? Like, there is more than 2 kinds of monsters here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did say that it was one of the latest levels I worked on. Okay, I'm getting the biomech to blow up some rocks for me, and some of them should contain health. But it's kinda too late at this point, so let's just kill it. Die!
Die!
Die! This one probably had like laser ammo, I think. And since I have a laser, I just don't have ammo for it, you could use it to blow up further rocks, so that like give you the tools to get more stuff. Yeah? Did you see some glitch over there, visually? Something blinked, I think.
Maybe you blinked.
Maybe I blinked. Nah, that's not gonna work. Even this place manages to lag a little bit. Sometimes.
Optimization.
What is
when
it?
10-year-old levels fail to have high FPS rate on modern machines.
Yeah, that was Serious Sam. Well, I mean, not really Serious Sam, it's more my fault. But still, the engine wasn't like the best for stuff more complex or badly done than... Why did I get hurt there? Oh well. Than the original levels. Yeah, Vice Commander, I do agree that, you know, I was always a defender of you know, the basic ideas of the difficulty curve, rewards for exploration, rewards everywhere, so like motivation for every action the player must be forced to make in a game, because he just doesn't seem to enjoy the game without rewards. And like pacing, I always felt like it should all be more like random, because it's more realistic and it feels more natural and immersive when you have stretches that just are easy and nothing, just kind of you have to traverse some area, and stretches which are much more difficult than normal. Of course you have to still keep it fair for a game, but still. So yeah, definitely a fan of, you know, trying to spice things up by making everything slightly unorthodox in shape and in, you know, gameplay and layout and stuff. Okay, so there was a bit of lore here actually. Holy shit, I'm gonna get killed. Remember those things that were guiding my... Oh shit, glitches. Guiding me underwater, their glowing thingies. And some of them were empty, some of them had glowing dots. It's supposed to be like these crystals were glowing, not really crystals, what am I even talking about? The coral thingies were growing in those half sphere, hemisphere growths. And they apparently glow underwater, so the people that live here, because there aren't many trees in the mountains, they couldn't just, you know, put torches that burn forever like every other civilization on Earth, and they used to mine or extract those and put them in these little like fishbowl things with oxygen coming, so that like the chemical reaction keeps going, and use them for lighting their temples. Lore. I always used to really love also bright edges everywhere, always used to love coming up with, you know, little. Nowadays you would say like environment storytelling or something, but Netrixie here explains everything. It tells everything instead of, you know, just relying on people to guess. And but I really like thinking through these little details of like
okay,
how
this is cool.
this looks like a penis, and that's intentional. Also.
Okay, but it still looks cool.
Thank you. There's supposed to be. Ah, yeah, there we go. Nah, voice command. I don't know. Also, check out like the hills have some shrubbery greenery on them. Just texture, but still. Yeah, this cutscene.
I like how the architecture is not like a direct rip-off of anything, and it looks like, you know, unique enough.
You know, I would say that it just doesn't have a style throughout at all. Like the only unifying thing of this whole architecture is the theme of penile-looking things, because it's all towers with pink tops here and there. But I guess that was my trapeze shape. No, trapeze is different. Like prism, no, whatever this shape is basically. Trapeze. That's in Russian. That's trapezia. But I think it's also like that circus thing with a stick. So I was really like, I was making this, I didn't really, I couldn't find like a style to follow, so it was really fucking me over when I was making this, because I didn't feel like it was coherent architecturally. I wasn't satisfied with the architecture here, but I guess it still manages to look alright even if it's random, kinda randomish. And also a lot of it is governed by the textures, because I just had a bunch of textures like this one with the little horizontal slabs and like the continuous slab between them, and I let that kind of guide my hand in how everything looks, and that other texture with different brightness slabs. Okay, so in here it's supposed to have like some sort of battle. I think it's parts of it survived, like there's gonna be like some frogs or something. And also there is a secret over there that I'm gonna go get.
Maybe you should have gotten it before triggering the monsters.
Yeah. So this thing is like, from a distance you wouldn't be able to see that there is a wall here that goes around, and there's an invincibility, and when you do it, this thing spawns here and destroys everything. But you're invincible, so you don't care at this point. Also one of the less obvious and horrible secrets that I put in these levels, so that's nice. Come on, just explode. Also, all these ferns, I didn't get around to rotating them randomly, so they're all completely the same if I remember right. Oh shit, my vulnerabilities are not. Oh well. Okay, there was supposed to be much more battle here, but I kind of was a bit too sick of making battles, so I put it off until later, and of course it never came. Only a little bit left of this level. Let me first see if there's any enemies to kill, and I will show the environment slightly more. So some more usage of those corals that are glowing by the people that constructed this whole place. Like how that looks. Also the little shine on the stones around it. This was a bit too copy-pasted, and also like completely flat walls, and it's just covered by these fancy ass columns. And this looks kind of dumb as well. So well. Nah, Vice Commander, none of this is finished or in any way like, I don't know. Nothing of this would make a good level or single level or something. I'm too lazy. Like, most of this I kinda like, but not enough to put it out as something that, yo, check out what I did. I mean, it's on this level, you know, I'm not ashamed of this. I'm kind of proud of this, but only scaled back to the time when I made this. Like modern times, today I probably wouldn't. No, I guess I would be satisfied with something looking vaguely like this, but still. I don't want to put parts of HSF out there.
Shit haha is like the only hope of ever seeing anything finished from Antroid.
Yep. Well, I mean, apart from the smaller stuff, or where I was part of collabs, there was Doom 2 in name only and Serious Run competition, those are finished. Well, work in progress version, that's basically why I'm recording. I want people to play this crap, but I don't think at this point there is much interest. Like at some point there were enough people that saw my constant ramblings over how great HSF was going to be that they would be interested if I release like an unfinished version of stuff that I bragged about so much. But at this point I don't think...
All those people that were impressed by Antroid's bragging kinda saw it already.
Yeah, I kinda like the architecture in this room as well, and those remind me of bacon. But still, not even bacon, but bacon themed, like bacon flavored chips that we had at some point. Not even chips, but like, you know, like Cheeto style corn thing that was kind of colored like that and tasted vaguely of, actually tasted of nuts instead of the bacon that was supposed to be, but you know. So yeah, this is pretty much the last room, unfortunately. Yeah. And there's a bunch of levels missing because I never got around to doing them. There's this level where you are supposed to never get hit. It's return to the place, the medical correctional grave where we got killed in the cutscene last session. This time Sam has only 1 health point and he has to survive somehow. The music here is from the credits of the movie, like Mouse Hunt or something like that. I don't know how it's named in English, I only know in Russian it's Mышиная охота, about some guy owning a house who was hunting some sort of little mouse that was, you know, lived in the house. And then they got, I think in the end they kind of settled with each other or something. He was fine with it. Basically you need to exploit the way things work in here. Such as, if this guy raises his gun, then any damage you do to him, he's gonna do the stun animation. You have to use that to kill him without getting any damage. And the idea here is that you need to keep finding those pills that give you additional health. Also, this is all supposed to be like cardboard cutouts. You get additional health because there's occasional parts on the level where you fall down and get fall damage arbitrarily, and you need to be able to survive them. So for that you need to get pills against my orders. But there's only one such area so far because this level was just started, not really finished in any way. Okay, this is hard.
That's what she said.
Yes. Okay, this is hard. That's quite a amusing way to put it for her. Yeah. I kinda want to go just use my knife on him, and by knife I mean axe, but I think I'm gonna die. Yep. Oh well.
Well, you did kill him at least.
Yeah, that's true. You know, having one gun is out is actually better, because, wow, didn't manage to change to the axe. Because reloading is quicker. With only one gun. Ah! Man, these guys have quite the long range, unfortunately. Maybe I can make him fall down into the blood river. Where he doesn't die, alright, cool.
That was worth it.
Oh, he is dying. I guess maybe when he's moving. Yep, okay, that worked. So it's like the idea of the level is based on, you know, the vague concept of, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or all the parodies like Futurama and Simpsons and Family Guy and stuff. of this, you know, theme park based around a facility that is supposed to be real, but like there's a theme, like attraction going through it where it shows you a very cartoony version of how it operates or something like that. And this is, you know, the killing building where they kill people by killing them, and this is, you know, for kids, kid-friendly version of looking at a lot of violence and blood and murder. You can't afford to even get splash damage. Also candy canes and stuff. There's a pill here. I remember there was some way I made like the smooth shading on the candy cane combined with the shadows. Also it's like the ceiling is lit and it's casting the light somehow, I don't remember my justification for this lighting. I remember liking this little tunnel though, I was pretty proud of how it turned out looking. It kinda reminds me of the intro from Shadow Man, which I keep considering streaming at some point also. Hello Sabiente, you're pretty late, I'm almost done with Airship.
Hello.
Okay, and this is here we need to drop, and this is drop we need to survive with our 4 health. There we go. If we didn't pick up one of those pills we would die here. This is like...
but what's with the tourist difficulty?
I actually made it so it works on tourists as well. I'm gonna show that later, I guess, and explain. This is all like fake cardboard, not actually 3D, but like 2 planes. But I like to think it looks alright for, you know, fake cardboard shapes. Unless you really investigate it, it holds the like the illusion of being really thin, but still having some depth. This angle I enjoy because of the like the light on the floor here. Well, Sabiente, you can always watch recordings because like the most interesting levels we already did. Yeah. Well, that was a failure. Okay, and here you have to do this. Oh shit! Yeah, and this guy immediately is on your ass. And this is the last room of this level. So you can see what I'm talking about in terms of everything being unfinished. Good idea, Harpy. Oh shit, it still lives! Not for long. Oh well. And from this guy we need to hide behind this palm tree from one of his attacks and then deal with him the same way you deal with the first one, by waiting until he raises his gun and then do a stun. Another pill here, and there was supposed to be some sort of a hatch you would jump into in the blood around here somewhere, but I didn't get around to finishing this even remotely, so that's where this ends. And I think the only surviving level that is left is like the final level where you get inside the level editor and try to get Antroid that is completely in the level editor and just, you know, doing something. I don't remember the story at this point, but this is like, you know, the level editor. Also, if anyone remembers my Crusades of Might Magic Let's Play back in the day, the final level there, the Necros' ship, the PC version of course of that game, not the stream of the PlayStation version. Aesthetics here are kind of stolen from, like by memory from that, because there was this transparent floor with a red background under it, and slightly maybe such tinted walls. I don't remember the colors, but this is, I guess, how the impression I had from that level. So this is basically, you know, a little bit of a thing that was supposed to be before a boss, but of course there's only a small part of it that is done. Also, I remember, I think Hipaka, was it you that was surprised when I said back in the day that, not really back in the day, but in one of the previous streams, that the portal polygons in Serious Sam don't really like cut off geometry behind them or something like that, like in Doom. And basically in here, I had to use, I think, some sort of portal thing the actual portal, not the portal that just, you know, polygon that draws the sky, but an actual portal, because otherwise this whole cylinder was showing under here. Well, Sabient, I'm not dropping any frames, so maybe it's YouTube or you.
It's probably YouTube because it was slightly freaking out on my laptop as well.
Should I switch the servers that I'm streaming to, like to the backup?
Not yet, I think.
Alright. Hopefully it's not gonna affect the recording. I don't remember if it affected the recording, I guess I never checked. Ugh. Okay, so drop down there for whatever was down there, I think like ammo, maybe? Okay. The music here, by the way, is the last boss music from Eternal Darkness on GameCube. And
that was a cool effect.
Yeah, but it was really tedious to do. One by one, every one of those squares. It's the stuff you needed to do in Serious Sam. Ah yes, I wanted to explain how tourist works in the previous level as well. As Commander just say.
Damage the player regularly.
What?
When in tourist difficulty, do you just keep damaging the player so
yes, precisely. And of course I needed to detect the fact that it's tourist, and I used another enemy behind the wall somewhere. It gets damaged by a damager, and as you might know, on tourist enemies have half health, so if it dies, it means it's on tourist. And in that case triggers...
Wait a second, why so convoluted? Aren't there like difficulty flags in the editor?
No, there's only 3 for the 5 difficulties. Tourist and easy are not differentiated by the flags in any way.
Oh, okay.
So that's this place. And that's HSF for you. There might be some levels that I'm missing, but there might be just, you know, a room or two that haven't even been inserted in to be working in the game. But I don't think I'm missing anything. I don't remember anything I haven't shown here. So, well, let's just jump into Serious Run competition then, I guess, and then finish.
And that's people like fucking life's work of Antroid.
Not really, because I mean, throughout there was just I was working on it for a very long time, but it's not like it was the only thing that I was doing. So it's not really. I don't think life's work is the same term, because you know life's work is supposed to be super dedicated to this. But this, as I said, the HSF I was kind of returning to every once half a year or something. Okay. So this was a map pack that I did with Ist. The guy you might remember from Bob Brusk, who made the cloaking device, was fixing the one-armed bandit machine, slot machine. It was his idea. He made a level where you had to race against an enemy, and then we decided to make an entire map pack out of it. And my levels are kind of more shit than his in this. To be honest, at this point I'm ready to admit that my half of this map pack is much worse. His is more true to his original ideas, but there are a few levels here with actual combat and really stupid cutscenes that I made, so like, holy shit, this is embarrassing. But I guess we can get through it, maybe 2 hours. And this I'm going to be playing on Tourist. Though there is one combat level that I liked a lot because it's non-linear. Jin is his alternate username. This part he did, but this completely unfitting little blood thing here, and this like 2 completely bad fonts, and this whole, like, the rest of this cutscene is my stuff, unfortunately. But it's all in English, so we can at least laugh at my shitty English. Yeah, that was great. No, really, that ugly Mordecai summoning not less ugly monsters. Boom! No Mordecai. This rocket isn't as comfortable as that ship which we have already buried somewhere in South America, but it can fly, so take your place at the cryosleep with the K, for some reason, Mortal Kombat I guess, chamber, and prepare for a long flight. I hope we reach mental in this game. This is a sequel to Serious Sam Second Encounters, you might guess. And the music, I guess, will be desynced, because if I remember right, it syncs pretty well here with the cutscene usually, but for some reason it was playing during Netrixus, so definitely not going to be syncing. And this is like a cutscene I stole from my own unfinished Atlantis levels which started the same way like we're flying on the rockets. Oh shit, I probably should show the Atlantis stuff as well. Ah, damn it. So basically like...
show all stuff.
There's also the deathmatch levels. I'm too lazy to waste time on that, but we'll see how much time we get. Like, again, seriously guys, this isn't fun anymore. No! The one thing I like about this is how this looks like the rocket is getting engulfed in flames here, because the camera angle changes and the particles all turn towards the camera, so they turn in such a way that they obscure more of the rocket. Damn! And here we are back in South America, landed, I mean, kinda crash landed with the rocket. And we go over this hill, and we find a huge fuck off stupid looking building. Mountains or something else. I think you understood that we reached in the mountains. Yeah, again. But now higher. That's the difference. And now we are further in time. But that building looks strange. What is it? Man. How did I manage to write that crap in English back in the day? Embarrassing. Well, I got to face my past scenes. Also really drawn out long cutscenes. That was pretty much everyone always does this, not just, you know, serious SEM level cutscenes, but every time anyone directs anything like animation, like really amateur stuff, always is too drawn out. Like, you know, Gary's mod animations and all that, source filmmaker. If it's an amateur, you're gonna look at something that lasts like 5 times as long as it should. And this guy is just like, you know, an enemy entity that follows a patrol, so he doesn't sync with the camera because every time he walks different speed for some reason. Telepathy.
I guess you didn't do like track target with camera stuff.
I don't remember. Maybe there was a reason why I didn't do it, maybe I just didn't know how it worked. The results of my blitz analysis say that after all these years we've skipped using portals, this guy learned telepathy. I think they will transfer their thoughts into your brain. If so, I'll try to decode their messages and display them so you can read them. Hi Sam, what are you waiting for? Go in. Yeah, go in. That's a tournament. We've organized a tournament. You run, monsters run. Who runs faster wins. Man, English. So proceed into the main hall. I'll be there. Also, I think I only kinda recently learned that I is always supposed to be capitalized, so get ready for all the lowercase i's that you can possibly imagine. Also, that shadow on the building that is made from cut polygons because it's so sharp. The worst part is that this... Oh, I like how his hands, his arms move as if he's walking, but he's actually running. That's what he does if he doesn't have a gun out. Ugly as shit. Wow, it's so empty. Ah yes, I guess I did change stuff here and there. This is how it was released. Hello ladies and gentlemen. Sir Samuelson, blah blah blah. You could read it. Basically, it was released in this state, but I was planning to do a little like graphical overhaul, and I guess that's why my levels were changed in my copy of the game. There was a little poster on the wall here, I remember. Yeah, this kinda is Wolfenstein looking. I mean, the beginning part at least was, this not so much. There's that scorpion sleeping there in the corner. But yeah, definitely, like, I had plans to re-release these slightly graphical updates, but I guess I just overwrote all those changes now. I like how he shoots his skull like that. That's the animation he does in the intro of Serious Encounter, second encounter, where he chainsaws the log. But he has a different gun out, so he's just shooting colts like that.
So why the fuck Gnair attacked that guy?
That was a terrorist.
Oh, okay.
He killed Admir. Oh no. This guy will substitute. Sam is too busy, I guess, clearing blood off his shoes or something. Wood Nagnar. Guess who that is about.
Man, you hated Vodarius back in the day. I thought this was a recent development.
Recent. I think I started hating him back when he released MMCMP, and I think that was before this. And probably because of his response to the criticism of MMCMP, like, yo, I was expecting much more objective and good response than yours. And I just, okay, this guy is an asshole, and I hate him. There was a brief lull when I talked about last time when we played some deathmatch at some point. So Sam, you are taking part in a weird competition organized by your nutty friends, the Crots, the big-headed core team members, developers. The rules are simple. You compete with some of the Mental's minions at the race tracks. I didn't know the proper track word because there's track, I guess is like path, but track is the proper word for this. I didn't know that, so I used this one. I hope you will win. I hope you win. Okay. This first track is made of some Mayan structure ruins. They cleaned it up and put here some traps. And this track is subdivided into 3 parts by checkpoints. You must conquer most of them to win. Also, you can face some tracks without checkpoints. There you just must come to the finish first. Clear? Not really, but sure. Ah, fuck! Ah, fuck, I fucked up everything. Sorry, let me restart. Basically, the idea is that some of these tracks have checkpoints and some don't. And if there's checkpoints, you need to win most checkpoints more than the competitor. And if it's just a straight single track, you just need to come finish first. Trips. Enemies can help you. Flying or falling is always faster than running. Start and exit portal, the effects are similar. So basically this is like speedrunning levels. We have to use tricks to move faster and go through obstacle courses with a timer. The timer is represented by an enemy. Where Ist was doing his levels, he made the enemy genuinely follow markers throughout the same path you would take, or sometimes different, but I just used sometimes moving brushes, so it was completely just fake dressing instead of proper enemy, so it was just, you know, a timer. Ugh. Wow, these are slippery. Okay, the part about enemies helping you is here with the fish. You can arrange it so they hit you in the back with the electricity and move you along faster. Like that as well.
Do you have to do that in order
I don't remember. Okay, so I already won because Wood the Gnar is too afraid of this section. Enemy gives up. Your opponent Wood the Gnar is afraid of the dungeon. In that case, you automatically win next checkpoint placed at the end of it, so you've no need to hurry. You've already conquered 2 of 3 checkpoints. Ah, this message is different depending on whether you won or lost the first one. Also, Wood would be disqualified at the next track. You will compete with some other monster. So basically, yeah, if I hadn't won the first, I would have needed to win the third one, but the second one automatically is given to me. The second trick tip thing is about falling being faster than running. And it is here because you get chased by this platform of Skypes. And the trick to survive this is to jump down instead of just trying to run, because if you do this, you actually manage to outrun death. Otherwise, Command, it was mildly fun to play, but it's really, you know, you really need to quick save, and saves come a lot because it's just not fair to first time playing. Because there's just tricks you need to figure out. Okay, so particle effects, you need to match the one like behind it. In this case, it's this one. Other portals just kill you. Second checkpoint. For some reason I get damaged there, I'm not sure why. You'll create mice here. So it was pretty tedious, but you know, it was different. There's this little amusing thing here. If you fall down here and survive your punishment. I wonder if this is actually possible to survive without cheating or without using tourist mode. Okay, let me get rid of the message there, because you're gonna have to read some trigger messages. So you've survived the 100 Okamics. You're either a cheater or a tourist. I advise you To load the previous save game, also device is spelled wrong. Because you can't get out of here. Well, I mean, you can using cheats, but you know. By the way, those jibs look nice. Yes, they did. I can say that playing as a tourist is boring and cheating is dishonest. Shame on you, lamer, loser. Disable all the cheats and set the difficulty to at least serious level. And then return here for an award. If you survive 100 alchemics at serious difficulty setting and without cheats, I'll give you $100. Hey, just kidding. Hope you liked my joke.
Holy shit, that's like the pinnacle of humor.
But I still advise you to play at serious difficulty level. If you complete our map pack at serious difficulty, I'll call you a better serious second encounter player gamer than I am.
We care about that so much.
Kidding again. I mean, yeah. I see you read all my messages, what can I say? I can understand what you're waiting for. What are you waiting for? Wow. Man, you're stubborn. Load the save game now! I think you're either blind or stupid. I can speak for ages. Maybe I can talk. Yes, I can. And I will. Oh. I don't remember this already. In fact, I feel sorry for idiots. Okay, I'll let you go. Just kill Woodagnar and you'll win the trek. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Since I'm already cheating. You won! Yeah. Awesome. Okay, second level by East, not mine. Great, Sam, the first track is complete. Bah, that was easier than I thought. Well, there is no time to wait. The second track ahead. Okay, here they are. Remember that we like the worst more than just the bad. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. Random actions sometimes lead to victory. Do not try to finish before the finish. What? I don't remember what any of these mean. So yeah, this is a better level by East because he genuinely like made monsters actually run by markers and all that. Though I think in this one it still does run a separate track from me, not what I do. But you know, his levels were more in the spirit of his original idea. Also, he bothered to do those little title cards. I didn't. I think I didn't, at least. I don't remember them. Okay, and here there's a secret. Also, on his levels, I think there are different enemies depending on which difficulty you choose, so some of them are faster. I think this might be about the random actions, because you don't know which to choose. Random underwater part. And here I don't remember how to proceed, but I think I have some really vague memories. Yeah. Do not try to finish before the finish. What the hell does that mean? Weird, I don't remember. Sure, that was that. That level was a bit faster than my one, previous one. Man, this map pack isn't gonna last long. It's pretty short. Track 3, the mysterious temple. I like the effect here when you do colored titles in the messages. It goes through all the code you have to input for the colors and such before displaying the actual numbers, so it looks like, you know, the words are being generated. This temple is looking very strange. Everything is dark. I can't even remember something about such temple in South America. No religions, neither myths. Wow. Wait a moment, I'll try to analyze it. Look, there is a key. The key which you will need in the future to open some door or to activate a mechanism. I don't know. You must take it. And be careful, dark floor is not a good place to step on. Maybe there are holes and you can fall down. Also, you will be given a shotgun because it might be dangerous exploring the temple. Maybe monsters will attack you. Go now and take the key. I'm switching off. Get that! The right side is the right side. Remember, this temple is abandoned. Don't be afraid of freeze if there is a campfire near. What the fuck was... Ah, yeah, I think I remember. I think I remember at least some of those tips. Also, there is a really stupid glitch in this level that I introduced, I think. Might be in the release copy here. Because I think I went through his levels trying to fix things, and I fucked some things up, and we didn't even, you know, notice it before release.
The so best kind of fixing.
Yep, like this missing polygon here, for example. Okay, the right side is, I think, according to this little area, because... Or maybe this little area. Because this happens. And you only survive the bullshit if you're on the right wall hugging it. Though, maybe it still applies to this as well, because this triggers when you run forward, but if you're on the right here... Nah, it doesn't apply to this in any way. I guess you just have to run straight out of this. Okay, never mind. It was just for that stone. Okay, here. Ready? Yeah! Ah, looping sound where it shouldn't be looping. How great is that? That thing is gonna stay with us the whole level, I think.
Man, it's like
no, actually
clock ticking, like adds the suspense.
Definitely, yeah. So yeah, I actually need to remember I'm still, you know, racing. And the campfire and freezing stuff, I think it was in relation, like, don't be afraid to get set on fire because there's a fucking pool of water right there to set you out. Put you out, rather. What, set you out? No. In this skeletons, you cannot really see him against that grating in the background. Fuck, I lost. Well. Sorry. Okay. Well, I should probably load. Oh fuck, I don't have... Oh well, quick load, yeah. Probably should load the very beginning of it. And skip the cutscenes and just, you know, do not hesitate. That is what the levels are about, running fast. Gotta go fast. Now, Vice Command, that was a completely opposite. Hint was about don't worry about being frozen if there's a campfire to get warm. So it's like the opposite idea. Don't worry about something bad if there is a way to fix it right there. Fuck off! Why does what? How? I guess maybe the trigger here is weirdly shaped and you have to go like that, I don't know. Screw the lava, we don't have time to go for that armor behind us.
Screw lava.
Screw you, lava. Oh shit, that fire really hurt for some reason. I think there's like emitters of fire invisible that sets the ground on fire, but when you get hit by the projectile that sets the ground on fire, you also get damaged on top of just, you know, being on fire. Okay.
That was probably a pain to, you know, like calculate the time you need to pass through all that and then sync up the monsters. So
a lot of testing, yeah, but it'll glitch up, like you could maybe get in there, or a monster could get in there. Oh, you know what? Remember that one cutscene in HSF in the shitty level where there was 4 spruce trees and there was like lightning between them, and it spawned the flamethrower? I think it was parodying this cutscene actually. I remember something about this, like some mysterious electricity technology. All those light textures that are glitchy. Also, yeah, this is another one of Eastmost levels. It's not mine. I think we don't get my levels. Yeah, my levels are more in the second half. And most of them don't really involve running as much as just, you know, kind of obstacle course. And everything is fucking blowing up to shit. That thing falls almost on Sam, but not exactly. Which is always kind of amusing. Whee!
Man, I never figured out how to do lightning in Serious Sam.
I never did lightning in Serious Sam either. I don't think I even tried to figure that out. I like how that lamp is still glowing on that little piece. I have a message in Skype, and I bet it's Ben trying to call me in Skype again, because he does it every time I'm streaming. Oh yeah, this level, this doesn't have running, but it has fights, and I really should be playing it on normal because it's a very interesting level actually. It's non-linear, and you have to do a bunch of things here in any order. And I think I remember really liking the combat here. Just, you know, the non-linearity of it, the fact how you can plan different approaches depending on where you want to, like, which weapon you want to take first or something like that. I don't remember very well, but I remember really enjoying it. Also, it's one of Innsmouth's levels again, but those little rocks that you fly by when camera flies near the train, those ones I put in there. So it was just flat polygon there before. And also I fucked up all the colors here. I think I like added some sort of detailed textures that made everything look colder and darker to all the walls. I remember Vudario said, yeah, okay, this looks kind of alright color wise, and I was like, yeah, that was me, I did the colors for this level, all credit is mine. But I think I had the presence of mind to then say what all the cool gameplay is, and that's what makes the level. Alright. Wow, this island truly exists. I've heard legends about it, about the temple, which shows you your destiny and helps you find your road. I don't remember any of that. This island is mystical. Oh, I can't believe that somebody can live in such a far land. Look, there is even fire. The weather is very bad now. I wish there were no lightnings. Keep your eyes everywhere. And for the beginning, look what is in the houses upstairs. I'll continue analyzing the island.
I've hidden eyes everywhere in case of eye emergencies.
Ah, yes. Keep your eyes everywhere. Whoa! Ah. Bunch of stuff. Immediately. 4 keys. You'll have to find these 4 keys, Sam, in order to activate a mechanism, and gates to the temple will open. I don't know what is in the temple, but the only way to get out is to enter it. You will have to put each key on the key holder. It is to the right of the temple. Okay. Let's grab these goodies. Man, I wonder if the gameplay on this level holds up, or if I remember it much better than it actually is. Okay, I think there's some sort of secret that lowers that drawbridge like a lever over a ledge somewhere. What? Oh. Or maybe on one of the things. Yep. Man, how do I remember these things still?
Well, you remember important things.
Okay, I guess let's go get that key. I don't remember any strategy for this level, like what spawns where at what point. I don't remember something about this here, like there's enemies that are gonna spawn up here when I pick up the key, and my genius, like super smart idea, I remember being the fucking drop down, not try to go back by the stairs. That's like super smart somehow. I hide from those skeletons down here.
Skeletons?
Yes, skeletons that look like scorpions. You know.
Someone should make a skeleton scorpion as an enemy inside.
I feel like I remember there being a skeleton scorpion somewhere, like I've seen a picture of an enemy, maybe like Undertale or some shit. Look kind of black and white. Maybe I'm mixing things up completely, I don't remember. Yeah. Actually, I should just... No! Hit this woman with an axe. That's how it's done. Good thing I don't really need to aim in Serious Sam. Kill everyone anyway. Cool. And I think when you put keys on the key holder, I don't remember if it spawns the next keys or if it just spawns enemies. But I remember that there was a large element of choice in like when you put them. Let's put the first one. Actually, let's walk around and see if we find next keys if they're already there, or if they get spawned later. Because if they are spawned in sequence, that kind of removes some of the non-linearity I remember about this level. Maybe the non-linearity is just, you know, picking up these bonuses everywhere in the order you want. I think this spawns like a bunch of frogs or something. Yep. I guess really the main thing here is just, you know, an open level with a bunch of stuff you can go for, which presents challenges. That can be done in a very interesting way. When it's not, you know, overdone like in Ubisoft games or something. Let me try that again. I don't remember if there was a secret on any of these rooms, but if I would guess, there would be one on this house. Yep.
Is this me or on one of the sides roof tiles are like upside down on this roof?
Could very well be. Yeah.
Yeah, looks upside down.
Oh boy. Also, they're differently colored than the actual, like, from the Yodeler, these houses. I don't remember if they were colored like this in the Citadel. Maybe they were still more brown. Okay, apparently I managed to not pick anything up here. Yeah. Okay, that was easier than I remember. Okay, and I'm guessing that you need to put each key before the next one spawn, because I remember one key being around here somewhere. Oh well. Maybe it's not as non-linear as I thought. And there's something in this house. Yep. Oh crap. Well, actually no, this is probably still very easy. Yep. Cheating almost. And one of these should be slightly shimmering. The text probably says this key holder. Now this is the powerful key holder. When you place a key on it, another key will appear. Yep. It has 4 pads, so when you find the key, look on each holder and put the key at the pad with colored dots. When 4 keys are placed on, it will be summon a monster. You will have to beat him, because he is guarding the temple, and while he leaves, you will never enter. I hope you got it, Sam.
No, John, you are the demons. And then John was a zombie.
I hope you got it, John. Man, that would be a waste of sniper bullets. Yeah! I guess it's not just Series M3 where you can fuck up killing and clear with the double shotgun. Okay. Will be summon a monster, come on. I was promised to be summon a monster. I guess maybe one of the elements here was to choose which fights you use which ammo for, because you only get a bunch of ammo once and you don't get like a steady resupply as you could expect in the usual Series M levels, and you need to figure out where the snipers are most valuable, sniper bullets, where the regular bullets are most valuable and such. Right, where the second key could be, the first one was there. Let's just... oh, there is a grenadier there. Let's find the second key. I don't remember any of their locations. I think one of them was behind this house. Where is the laser gun though? And why do I already have full ammo for it? Because I cannot pick up that one. Plasma cube or whatever. Maybe it's just somewhere in the town. Didn't really check all the houses. Though most of them don't seem to even have doors, now that I look at them. Yeah. Okay. Never noticed that before.
Who needs doors? I mean, really.
Doors are for scrubs. Real people make doors. Okay, some people spawned everywhere. Or somewhere. Also can totally jump on these houses where the secret wasn't, you know. Cheat through everything, but we're not like that, we're gonna be honest. Gameplay! That one died fast. Kinda cool there for a second how they were coming out of the underbrush. Or whatever, underbrush, is that even a word? You know, the bushes. That were actually parts of the tree that was exploded but looked like bushes. Underbrush. Now there was some other word that I should use there. I remember after one of these keys a bunch of zombies spawn on those ramparts, so I'm constantly looking at them. Thank you. And there's much more of them than I want to deal with. Let's just kill these guys. Ah, fuck! Well, that was terrible. Oh, there's the laser gun, alright. Okay, the third key, where could that be? Oh, there it is, okay. That was fast. I guess the fourth is somewhere behind one of the houses over there, if I remember right. Funny how this level that does not represent the theme of the map pack is like the longest one. Man, this laser gun, I always thought that it was kinda, you know, it's pretty much like the minigun in functionality, but it's just, you know, there's something fun about using it because it's a big pew 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 gun. There is definitely a lot to be said about the satisfying sounds and just, you know, style of weapons you use in games like this, as opposed to just pure usefulness. And if a key was in my heart, I would put myself on that key holder, but I cannot.
Well, just put your heart then.
No way, I kinda need that. Ah, there we go, there's the thing. Oh! Okay. This is a bit unorthodox, but it works. There's last key, I don't think it will even summon anyone. There's those guys still over there, but you know, fuck them. Probably not the best weapon against the kamikazes, but who cares? Actually
Well,
worked out
better
pretty
than
well.
sniper rifle.
Yeah, well, I was using the sniper rifle mainly against the skeleton. Skeleton, yes, that looked like a scorpion, you remember? Okay, is that all? Yeah. If I put the final key on, I should probably go get some ammo that I'm seeing over there, because if I remember right, the super angry monster at the end is like the giant reptiloid, and I kinda want to kill him fast before he comes up to me and kills me in one hit. Also, I should probably click save. Scully? Ah, well, fuck him. Let's just put this on. No, that sounds like I'm putting some kind of clothing on, and that's totally gonna interrupt the cutscene, yep. Actually, I kinda wanna see what the cutscene was, like the sparkly effects and all that. Just fucking stop already, come on. Yeah. Oh, I could use this ammo pack probably. That's nice. Alright, let's consider everyone dead. I wish I had a speed up button like in the SNES emulators. In this SNES specifically. Sometimes. Only for streaming purposes, of course. I'm fun with walking if I'm playing by myself, but gotta do it in 4 hours.
I think this particular one is my favorite lens flare effect in all of Series Sim.
When I was
making maps, I was using it like everywhere, whenever I shouldn't have.
I don't really rate Series Sim flare effects, so I can't have an opinion on that, but sure. That really weird Max Payne fly around. And he even had a camera parented to this thing, so it always does a fly around when it dies. That's kinda cool. Of course, it's very prone to glitching out if it dies in an inconvenient place, but you know, doesn't usually happen, at least. What the fuck does that phrase has to do with the situation here?
Maybe an English phrase has something else to do.
I know, it's still Pinky Brothers, I think it was the same joke. Alright, and you were this thing. In the temple that shows you your destiny, instead, fuck it, the temple that shows you your destiny, it's just fucking rocket propelled. Whatever the name of that is.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, yeah, Zeppelin. And it rises by using both of them at once somehow. Yeah. Next up is, I'm impressed, this vehicle is a shocking piece of early medieval tech. Or is it Mental's product? Oh well, in fact I don't care. I mean, if it works by itself, do nothing but enjoy the view. I don't want you to sink at a halfway to the next track at a halfway. Actually, I don't know how much can it take you to reach it. How long, I suppose? All we can do is wait. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, let's wait. I'm hyped for this.
Let's do it, man. Gish music
let's
again.
Let's do the waiting.
Yeah. I think I did this cutscene. Next day, approaching target, but it's a really tedious and boring cutscene, so I don't know why I did it. Guess I just wanted to use the Gish music for something. Next day, still approaching, so Sam flew in that little basket 3 days at very least. Casket basket, that's actually an interesting word combination. Nearly there! We're flying amongst the trees, and of course, inevitably, I think somewhere around here, after all this useless part, was just camera flying amongst the trees and the music. And it crashed, because Sam just cannot into flying objects. Track 4, the 3 top towns, so that's the level based on Duncombe Country 1 that I made for this, that Crew totally ripped off for Series Sam 2. Everyone remember this. I've said, do nothing! The ship itself could deliver us to the start. Was it so important to try to drive it? Now this masterpiece is crushed. And you, well, I see you're nice. Actually, it's supposed to be you're fine here, I guess. So, Welcome to the first track of the second group, the Treetop Town. Hope you've enjoyed the flat, because now you'll have to run as fast as possible. Your opponent is a hissing harpy. Do not think that you have no chances. I'm sure the harpy won't be able to miss some tasty beetles we've put in the leaves. What? I guess she just doesn't fly straight to the finish, but disappears in the canopies every once and again, and that means she's eating some beetles, whatever. So I hope you will win. And don't touch her, she won't like it. Try not to avoid your problems, but to blow them up. If you want to get higher and higher, it's good.
Okay.
That's true.
Remember, kids, if you want to get higher and higher, it's good.
It's life tips and tricks, not for this level, it's general life. I mean, the first one works as well. Try not to avoid the problems, but blow them up! The heavy and the long on the round can become usable together. That's a bit more cryptic for general life tip, but I guess you can still apply it.
Is it like a penis joke or something?
No, it's a teeter-totter dropping a barrel to fling something. You'll see later. You only get higher and higher. That's cool. Oh man. Unintentional comedy is best comedy. At least for me, because I cannot do intentional usually. Man, fuck this camera flyover, it's too long and tedious. Let's just go.
Man, I wanna have a fucking time machine so I could show the past you, the future you laughing at past you, and
I would be so pissed.
Record what you'd say about that in
Man,
the past.
I would be angry at future me, I think. Like, what the fuck, man? You don't know anything. Shut up. Check out the detail here. Okay, how do you get through this? I don't remember. I guess you just kinda walk. What was that about getting higher and higher? I guess that's just a general tip for the level, because you get to... Oh, fuck, I fucked up. Where did I save? Ah, damn it. Okay. Also, I mean, that's fascinating to know that someone you know has made a penis joke in his life. Thank you for sharing.
Well, Sabiente, probably there was like something else at play there, because I don't believe you can get your videos removed just for mentioning a penis. Because otherwise, like, half of YouTube would be fucking removed. Also, penis, penis, penis!
Okay, Hypocat. Now, nice to know that you cannot stop talking about penises. Also, someone's trying to shoot rockets at us. That's... Oh fuck, I fucked that up completely. That's going to be a problem that we need to blow up a bit later, if I remember right. Yeah, my guy. Wow. What did he not want his girlfriend to see? The fact that he plays Pokemon, or the fact that he talks about penises? He wants his girlfriend to see the penis. Okay. Because it was just a joke. It's a complete joke.
Man, that's like something I just don't understand about relationships. Like, why the fuck do you have a girlfriend that cannot, like, accept what kind of a goof you are? Like, what the fuck?
Why have a girlfriend at all?
Well, yeah, actually that.
Okay, I think this is the part where you are blowing your problems up, because if you try to walk around those rockets, you kinda just die most of the time. Also, check out the length of these fucking planks, come on. Yeah. But this requires a bit of accuracy, because, you know, kinda hard. But you can probably just do this as well. Avoiding my problems. I'm not gonna listen to past me, come on, man. Yeah. Oh fuck. Fuck off. Bleh! Okay. Actually, I can probably avoid this problem. No! Whoa. That was bad.
Yeah, Dark Souls has nothing on this.
Definitely. Fuck it. How the fuck did I live through that? Oh, fuck! Hello. No, I think I won't make it in time now, so let's just... Bleh. That's why I don't think these levels... I mean, it's just, you know, my levels, because they were drawn out and full of really tricky stuff that you needed to do. Ist's levels were a bit more manageable. Derp. How did I do this first time?
Well, it's good to have some challenge, right?
Exactly. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Well, because it's like a meme that, oh my god, Dark Souls is so hard, even though it's like not.
Well, I mean, it is kind of hard, to be honest. Still, even some parts of it can be hard, like fucking Smough and Ornstein, if you are not a mage. Okay, fuck, I'm saving it here. But I guess it is just unusual for the modern game to demand fucking care in how you play and attention. So it's like hard comparatively. It's pretty much Nintendo hard, not harder than old 8-bit games. Okay, here I think it's even some bit of randomization. There's a barrel on the side of this, but on which side is randomized? Okay, I guess the guy forgot about me. Bloodtown is not that hard, I don't think. I don't remember. Like, first time, of course, you discover all those dart shooters, but after that you know where everything is and it's not difficult. Especially if it doesn't lag. Fuck off. Here is the thing with that tip about, you know, heavy and long on the round. Teeter-totter construction machine. Sure.
I like how he waited a little bit before going all yeehaw.
Woo! What a fall! But I must admit that this is much worse than using the ladder. Okay, never mind. You are near the 5th track, the Cannibal Caves. Try not to get scared, it's the only advice. Not really, because there's 3 tips and tricks. I'm sure you've been waiting for this. If you can go through, go above. Don't look only at the nearest if you want to spot the main. What? I don't remember what that means. The bigger it is, the harder it melts. Okay, that one I remember about. So this is...
So the Cannibal Caves, they eat other caves.
Exactly, pretty much Minecraft nightmare. But yeah, this is a level also by me. I think all the remaining levels are by me, mostly. Yeah. And this is another one, like my first, the ruins, whatever. It has checkpoints. And the guy you're racing against, you don't even see him most of the time. He just kind of runs in an adjacent cave, but there are some little areas where you can see if he's been there or not. Because there's a rock, and if it's there, it means he hasn't reached it yet because he just plows through it. I mean, you can see him run and plow through the rock, but mostly, of course, it doesn't really work that way. So what the fuck is the point of this cutscene? That was all very necessary. So necessary. Fuck it, let's go. I started before I was supposed to, according to the countdown at the very least. Okay, this is more of a precise platforming bit here on the spot, because these start sinking after you jump on them. And here, of course, you can just run near the wall that is like in the direction of the turn, basically the shortest distance you have to run by hugging a wall.
Shawarma.
Yep. Okay, one of the two. Now this place, I don't remember how to find your way through it. Lava is starting to rise. I remember this lag to hell on some people's computers. Okay, I remember. This is kind of bullshit, to be honest. Like this. Oh. I guess on this one and here. Okay, that's the puzzle here. Now what am I doing? Because I think
dying.
Yeah, the long one there doesn't take you anywhere, if I remember right. Fuck. So you need to do the same thing again on that one. But I don't remember exactly how. So we'll figure it out together. Maybe on this one, and then across here, yep. That probably just leads to a dead end or something. Okay, checkpoint here, or do I have to do the puzzle first? Oh, I think I have to do the fucking puzzle first. I don't remember how to do it. Shit. Ah, how to do this fucking puzzle? Ugh. Whatever. Did something wrong, did something really wrong.
I just fucking ghost through this, I mean, like, fuck that.
Nah, I want to find the solution. Okay, that opens or closes that one. Man. I think this is the one you need to press, but it closes the door, so you cannot really go out. And you need to do something else in order to be able to escape that. Okay, so basically I think I don't know if that last lever was needed, but I think you just go through here again, and since that other door is open, you escape. Ah, go! Well, yeah, okay, it's open. I hope I did it in time. Yes, okay, so I don't need to worry about the third one. Phew! The sound really doesn't work here properly. I mean, doesn't fit. It works, but it doesn't. Okay, this is slightly random because these spikes are death and the darker squares are also death, so I don't know why there's two different types of death. And this here is the harder, like the larger they are, the harder they melt. The larger platforms here melt slower, so you can run longer on them before jumping or something. Yeah, this is totally possible. I remember doing it many times, like on the first try, because I remember recording a video of beating this level without any saves to someone, like just to prove to someone that it's possible.
So the super strong acid doesn't melt those like stone pillars until Sam steps on them, and it also doesn't melt the walls.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand everything here. Check out the detail here, the architecture.
Man, all those polygons.
You won this track! Okay, come on. Alright. I think we only have one true level. A bit of history. Your way is into the Temple of Mogi. What the fuck is a Mogi? I don't know. Don't even ask me. This temple was built by pygmies, but let me give you a bit of history.
Is this just a
600, yes, 59 years ago.
Oh boy.
Very precise date. A stolen spaceship lands in the jungle. Boom, boom, bam, boom. Mantle tried to transport his exotech larva test clone to Earth, but the Syrians used the ship remote control system and landed it in the jungle. So the ship was crushed. Yes, Abiente, if there's anything these levels are, it's different. That's true. I remember someone on our forum saying that this looks like two, like, you know, it's just two of the UFOs from Serious Sam together, and it's... he describes it as like two of them stuck together and lasting like ecstasy or something, like слившись в любовном экстазе. I don't know how to translate it. Present days. Well, present relatively to Sam himself, of course. A temple was built here by the pygmies, but later it became abandoned. Here lies your next track. I hope that was educational history.
Very much educational.
The spaceship temple round. This is not a real like race at all. It's just get through the level. Also my level. And it's kind of crap, but it uses Islanders Predator music, which I really like still. This is the last track in this group, so it must be the hardest. And at the end, you're to destroy Exotech Larva's test clone and escape the ship using the Syrian scooter. And now step into the shrinking machine and proceed forward. Fuck! My right mouse button needs some adjustment. I've got signals you're supposed to compete beheaded kamikaze. But something is wrong with him, so be happy. Without opponent, this is going to be very easy. Just nothing can happen. And be sure not to pay attention to the signal displays. Two our beheaded friends have a telepathy talk. Good monster, good. Now step into something. Yes, go there, go. Yes, he did it at last. And now go. Stop, where is he? Remember, you couldn't put question marks in these messages, so I had to go around, walk around it. Damn it all! And also no commas, I think. We're losing him! Hell! I'm sure to say that, but we lost him. Lost! What the heck are you talking about? You can't lose him! Keep searching, he must be somewhere here. Hey, don't step on it, it'll blow your leg off. Boom! Shit! Ouch! I like how they transmitted boom by telepathy as well. Heh! I warned you.
That's smug, heh.
You got your leg blown off? What the fuck you done? There was a little bit attempt of a joke, you know, like we're losing him hospital style. And it turns out that literally just couldn't see where he went. Because he was tiny after stepping in a machine like this one. Heck yeah, Antroid Predator 1 music is great. I also think it was my first like experience using SoundForge to make some music tracks that didn't loop very well or had some really slow parts. I just cut out the cool parts and smashed them together and made them loop in Serious Sam. So these two music tracks. And I like how they always, when you go here, he always gets his head on this little cable, but second time you go he doesn't do anything, so that's a little glitch thing. I'm not sure how it works out, but it does. And yeah, on this level you don't actually have to race anyone, because they exploded the kamikaze accidentally or something. Shiffuck, okay. Shiffuck. Check out the graphics here, I mean, just how much design work went into this. Bleh!
Yeah, that's what Sam said.
Bleh! Come on.
I like how the lasers just go out of the walls without like anything.
You like later parts of this level as well if you like that. There's one especially hilarious place with the lasers later. Fuck! Yeah, this is clearly not what Series M was built for. Not walking on pipes, at the very least. This is like Half-Life 1 shit. Fuck you! Why is it so bright? I'm not sure. Ah! Oh my god, the platform isn't working! Make it work! I'm trying! Oh fuck, I'm not sure how to survive that because even on tourists they almost eat you. There's just a horde of gnars. I think you just have to hurry. Got it, it goes! Fuck! And we have to dodge the platform. No! I like this part because the clear always jumps across and fucks you up. Oh, the gnars are gonna eat me alive. Inexplicable gears for no reason. Always enjoy these.
Super high-tech gears.
Yep, even lights on the ends. I'm doing this all wrong! Fuck, they're catching up because the wind here affects them much more. Fucking shit. How do I survive this now? Yeah! Wow! Phew, okay, I did it. You have to jump there to accelerate more because the wind doesn't do as much if you're just on the floor. But if you jump, you get more speed. And you need to kill the kamikazes, but apparently it wasn't necessary. It's okay, there are lasers are coming out of just the lamps. And check out this. Maybe we shut down these killing force fields. Shut up! It will ruin all the idea. But there is a big danger of... Shut your mouth! Okay, that's it.
Ruin all of the idea.
Exactly. So how do you like these lasers, Hippocat?
Well, they're slightly better.
But what do you think about them now?
They're pointless.
No, they make a water drop sound when you jump through them, and you need to jump through all of them because it triggers your teleportation.
Really? Wow. That makes sense.
Of course.
Not really.
Yep.
What's up with high-tech Oreos here?
What?
No, those cookies like Oreos.
Ah, yeah. Well, it's just, you know, you gotta shoot some Oreos. This is kinda cool. Explosions in the darkness. And then everything gets lit because some very, very luminescent sludge gets released or something. I don't know. I warned you. Basically everything is fucking up because the guys trying to run this are completely incompetent. And my neck just hurts from sitting 4 hours without moving too much. Yeah. Okay, so the particle effects unfortunately here disappear, but I put a little light to indicate that something is near that little beam, but it doesn't really work too well, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Now it was visible there for a second. Okay, we need to reach that place basically and not fall into the sludge, because it kills you instantly. Oh, there's that guy, just kinda sitting there. And Hippocat, I await your analysis of the physics behind this beam doing this when you step on it.
Well, it's just well, it's obvious, you know, it's just obvious.
But this one...
I don't even need to...
sinks perfectly horizontally. Would you care to explain to the audience, Hippocate, why is that?
Well, actually, you are the one that should be doing explanations, Antroid.
I don't care, it's magic.
Okay, I accept that.
You better fucking accept it. Also, there is a secret in this level that leads to a secret level, but I don't remember how to get it, so we'll need to find it. Ah, that's a brush camera, not a camera holder anymore. Oh, hello. Okay. Whatever.
Shoot the camera.
Yeah, later. Well, I mean, there's a bunch more. Can demonstrate what happens if you shoot one. Man, how do you get this secret? I don't even remember remotely where it was. I remember another secret, but also not very well, unfortunately. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so this kind of like, you know, prevents you from going through that because it teleports and defrags or whatever, telefrags, removes the part with the plate, pressure plate that you need to open the door. There's teleportation storms occurring throughout the ship, and at some point this heart spawns here or something, I don't know. This is a music school. Right. Elevator. No lower levels. Let's go up then. Just somewhat reminiscent of the planetary lift from, you know, back in the newer shiz. Now that I look at it. So there's something up there. How the fuck do you get there? I'm not sure you can get there at all, but you must be able to if there's this. Maybe if you jump when the lift is falling. Let me see. Nope. So how the hell do you get in there? Wow, okay, I have no idea. Gabba gabba goo! They're eating me through the
Maybe you have to jump at the very last moment while the elevator still goes up.
Maybe, but I don't think the other secret is there, unfortunately, so it's not very important. Door jammed! Okay, so here we have some sort of security room, really bizarre. You can look through the cameras, and the one that blew up you cannot look through. Hub ventilation on. Bioplant block ventilation on. Reactor block ventilation off. Yeah, one of these ventilation zone makes this thing here work, and you have launched up here and hopefully land in that. Ah, come on. Okay, we should not be brushing against the wall. I don't remember how to do this. I'll submit, the steel beam doesn't really get under the open part. Yeah, come on, crouch down, Sam. I'm not sure he's crouching at the moment. Oh yeah, he is crouching. How do you even... Yes, whew, finally, okay. I didn't used to have that much trouble with it before. I think your packet was right about how to get that secret, but too late to test. I think the secret was somehow... Ah yes, I remember where the secret is, alright. Somewhere behind these vats here. Check out the correct glass, like here, green, like in reality, you know. There we go, secret room found. Replotting the course of the scooter that we escape on. If I can manage to press on reprogram scooter course. Fancy as shit. New scooter course set.
Yeah, that's actually pretty fancy for the old map.
Yep. Futsk. Ah, Futsk. That is hurting me so bad. Past Antroid, why you do this? Nah, I am better than this. I am gonna beat this legit. Good thing I don't have to race anyone. Ventilation. Ventilation. Okay, boss time. This is even better Alien Predator music. I really like this music that I use for this boss. I don't like the, anything else. Oh well.
I like how you put the propeller on that thing.
Yeah. Instead of rails, it just kind of flies around. It should make it superior to the real Exotech Larva now that I think about it. But though it doesn't have the regenerating generators anywhere because you couldn't figure out how to make them back in the day. For some reason the fact that it drops those little maggot things reminds me of Turok 2, the blind one boss and maybe the mother boss as well. Yeah! Wow, that was quite painful. Okay, yeah, the armor respawns, so I guess the health also respawns. Yep. Fuck off! Okay, I think at this point the turrets start shooting you. Yeah, the turrets in the corners there turn towards you and shoot you. They start shooting when you destroy one of his arms.
Can turrets hurt the boss?
I doubt so. I don't think there's anything that will prevent them, but I'm not sure I've ever noticed that happen. Maybe it's possible. They only shoot when you're close to them anyways, so that's kind of hard to position everything right.
How do they work? Do they just randomly shoot, or do they actually try to target you?
No, the turrets themselves, they actually rotate like there's gnars under the ground or something. They rotate towards you. And they shoot when you're close and just start emitting those, whatever it was called, projectile emitter or whatever entity.
Eruptor, I think.
Yeah, eruptor. Eruptor. They start erupting lasers. Okay, and this part is a bit unfair. As you might remember, his lasers you need to hide from. You cannot dodge, and you have to hide behind these, which are right near the turrets. So this is going to be slightly tedious. In the original boss fight there's a lot of columns to hide from the lasers, but in here you just have to hide behind one. And you cannot afford to go for the health or armor or ammo at this point, I don't think, because it will start hitting you.
How do you make shit happen after he loses some of his health?
I think he
Does he have like triggers?
He sends the death thing many times. Each time like a portion happens, a thing happens, he sends the death trigger event. I think. Maybe it's separate, I don't remember exactly. I think the scorpions send the death event when they are woken up, if they're starting out sleeping. There was that, if you remember the first level of HSF with the HQ and stuff, there was a little part underground with a cave where lamps turn on sequentially as you walk into it. And there are two scorpions sleeping on the ground, and if you wake one up, the second one wakes up on its own, and that's using the fact that when one of them sends a death event, it wakes both of them up immediately, so you can do it in either order. that basically makes use of that fact. Okay, this is not the best weapon here, clearly. I do have to say, I like this music choice, my music choice, much more than the original Series Sam boss music, at least. Because the original Series Sam boss music is just kind of generic metal thing. This is cooler, much cooler. Okay, you did.
Die!
Yeah, this should be here.
So wait a second, Sam was kinda tiny the whole time, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he will be tiny for the rest of his life. And the rest of the world is just also tiny. And here is that sky. You can see the bullet holes vaguely. The thing that I was parodying with the cardboard sky back in HSF level something that you can shoot and it falls on your head, that's that. Check out the graphics here, the detail in the room. Magnificent. And since we've reprogrammed the course, this thing doesn't fly into the credits, but it flies into the bonus level, which is the original New Year run that is made, and we based this concept on it. This is the original level he released separately first. I'm actually not gonna bother. Actually, fuck it, let's bother. I don't remember anything interesting in here, but why not?
You know, this reminds me about some map with the labyrinths, and you had like an overlay map of the labyrinths as well. And everybody on the forums was discussing on how you could make an interactive map.
Yeah, something like that happened. I think it might be like... Was it him making a level like that again or something? Actually, fuck this. Yeah, no, it's not my level. So let's just... Credits... Actually, credits aren't very interesting either. Should we go into the unfinished ones? Probably should.
Yep.
Since you know you can
the space and that puzzle thing with the 9 buttons.
So basically, I was actually going to try to make sequels of this, but I never got further than 2 levels. So let's look at the 2 levels. I guess we have 55 minutes. And that Might Magic 6 level is also part of this, but we already recorded that a long time ago, so I'm not gonna do that again. If you want to see that, you can find it. I guess it should be in the playlist of the Might Magic 6 Let's Play. Ah yeah, this cutscene is kind of funny near the end. And of course it doesn't connect properly, oh well. The space base. Fuck it. Oh! Models, cutscenes, counter texts. Not found. Oh well, that level wasn't actually interesting. This one is the interesting one. Let's go. Space city, some sort of... Oh, someone called it like mobile phone town or something, like Beeline. Cell phone city.
Perimeter music.
Yep. No messages, cause fuck 'em. And the skeleton in here, that's supposed to be like a nebula, blood splatter. The skeleton here is completely fake and controlled by moving brushes and models, not a real enemy. So they had complete and perfect control of his movements at all times. So like he gets a scooter and I get a scooter, but he fucks everything up and steals mine. But of course there are somehow platforms in place so that we can follow him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 5 years later, I was about to ask, 5 years later I still think these platforms are pretty cool. Which is kind of funny because I never thought they were that cool, but you always, I remember you always, each time you see this, you always say, oh, that's pretty cool. Well, I mean, variations on the phrase. Yeah, okay. Something about this scooter reminds me of Flashback. in the game. Come on, jump down. Ah, man, my neck. Looking forward to ending this stream. And he's surprised. Oh, wait, actually there is a bouncer here that can give us a bit of an advantage. Sound is from Morrowind, actually. That little squiggly thing enemy makes the sound. I don't remember how they're called, like, you know, the ones that lay eggs in the mines.
Llama forager?
I guess, yeah. The larva looking one. And that the skeleton was afraid of us. Actually, we're supposed to run on that side, but this here is kind of funny. I just did that in order to get him out of Sam's area of the level, without Sam being able to follow. I like how this area looks, to be fair, honest. I think it looks pretty. The lamps in the corners and all that. Yay, normal gravity. This is kind of ugly. Yeah, he takes a suboptimal route through this, which helps us. If you touch him, you die immediately, so that's why I'm careful looking about. Okay. Gotta do this puzzle before he comes up. So, that one puzzle, I'm just gonna solve it immediately. This was a challenge to make in Serious Sam, let me tell you that. Why is this not even... Okay, interesting. This is supposed to like close. Oh, there we go. And check out this physics like thingamajigs here. Cutscene. And the skeleton breaks out. Oh no, he breaks in actually. Hello, Luis. You are really late. And yeah, I'm not sure why these close late. They usually work. Okay, somewhere there's... Yeah, super speed. Did my connection die? I think my connection died again. With Hippocate at the very least. And the super speed here is actually detrimental. Because you cannot complete this puzzle with it. Am I still on? I think I'm still going. The skeleton just gives up, decides to walk up the wall. But I'm gonna load and properly jump up that without using super speed. Okay, I think the skeleton comes out of here somewhere. Let me see if there's a cool explosion cutscene here as well. Yep. Check out the physics. Kinda wanna see it again. Huh, I guess it's just Skype fucking up or Hippocate maybe. Did you hear the... Oh. Screw you, Skype. I don't want this. Don't do that. Ah! I hate how Skype decides that he's very important to be on top of all the other windows. There we go, I guess that's enough. Okay, so Hippocate, if you come back, write in the chat. I'm not looking at my Skype messages at the moment. Because I'm pissed at Skype! No, actually, because that will get me out of the stream. Okay, this is easier than it looks. Honest. You just need to be conscious to jump at the last possible moment. Yeah. No, fuck. Well, I'm already going to be... I mean, this level actually doesn't have an end, so, you know, doesn't matter if I lose the race. And yeah, you have to hurry here. I guess I didn't say or show, but you have to hurry here because these platforms tip over after like a second after you jump on them. So you have to keep moving. There we go, they do that. Okay, welcome back, Hippocate. I'm gonna do this. I am gonna do this. I'm so gonna do this. Oh. No, you know what? Fuck this. Basically, trust me, it's possible because I've done it before. But yeah, okay. So clear goes here from the wall. You go here. The clear is on the final path. That basically tells you that if you don't see the exit in front of you, you're fucked already by this point. Fine, Hypocrite, I can call you. Fine. Can't pick up. Internet connection problem. There's a problem with the internet connection between you two. Hold on while we try to get the call back. Okay, well I can live with that. Let's keep playing in the meantime. Oh, you there?
Yep.
I was saying something about problem of the internet connection between us. Okay, it should be back. I'm not sure it was really worth it because this is the last level. I don't think I'm gonna try showing the Atlantis shit because it's not interesting. And I don't really
probably
care
you have some small shit that you can show. Like that nightmare thing.
Oh, I guess, yeah. There's just like what? Corridor in the room.
Well, that's totally very interesting and everybody wants to see that.
Sure.
And by everybody, I mean me.
Sure. Okay, so whatever. Basically, you hop around. I don't remember the way here. And you arrive under that thing where the smoke comes out.
Yeah, hello, Louis.
Also, there's a meteor flying for some reason. Yeah. Come on. And the smoke is kind of like a clue that it's sucking stuff in the portal there, and you can just jump under it. And you get sucked in using gravity. Kind of fuckily. Ah yeah, there's this cool cutscene of everything going on in the level. I guess I forgot about this. I don't know why I decided to do a recap in the end, but sure, there we go.
Well, because you were too busy running around and not looking at things.
Yep. Appreciate my level, damn it! This kind of look cool. Many of us command, I guess I could. I mean, there's this much maps are perfectly regular. No one really would, you know, be interested in them if they knew what they were. I guess maybe a couple only. Yeah, Luis, it does kind of look like the hive level, I guess, in some ways. And this is the unfinished large part that I was aiming to fill with detail.
But where is that like part with the portal and like skeletons and shit?
Portal and skeleton? What?
There was like some portal and you could see like an army of monsters through it or something.
Oh, right. I guess it's in the end of this big hallway. Fuck, I didn't even remember that. How did you remember it?
Because it really impressed me.
Sure. I guess it still uses the same portal technology from Series M. But yeah, the secret level could be accessed from here, the Might Magic themed. If you shot like a cannonball into it or something, I don't remember, basically fuck up the portal or something like that. So you jump and you see, oh shit, there's skeletons. And with all this and the texture is actually missing, so instead of the skeleton army there's some just yellow stuff. There's a texture of, you know, skeleton. I wonder where that area is. There's you can see how many polygons there are. So basically it looked like a huge ass skeleton army, but for some reason I misplaced the texture at some point, so yeah. The nightmare, you say, where is it? Nightmare, yeah, it's just an attempt at some psychological, to see if I could freak myself out based on my own nightmare where I lock myself up in my flat because I used to, you know, skip university a lot, and one of my relatives tried to find me, like confront me, and I kept locking all the doors, and shutting down the lights to make it look like I'm not actually at my house. And in here it was supposed to be like the slightly elongated version of the flat, like some corridors. And there is this door. I guess everything starts to pick that up. There is this door, which also check out the little, what do you say, like reflection specularity on the side of the door that actually isn't done using like sheer sand specularity or anything. And check out how it moves when you open the door. That's totally how it would if it was a proper like lighting engine. But it's done using portals as well. This door is a portal, and it's looking into. I wonder if it's nearby anywhere. Ah, yeah, it's moving along like this polygon here, I think, and that causes the glare to move along the door or something. And there's this thing that Spingalia, I don't know how it's in English, very immaculately modeled, I might say. The little ridges here correspond perfectly on the sides and on the front. And basically, you hear like knocking, and you have to lock, because they start trying to like unlock the door at some point. Ah, this is like, well, no, what's it called? Like
the buzzer.
Buzzer, yeah, but I guess it works, yeah. So like, if I actually finished working on this objective, I guess the beginning would be, you need to start, it would start immediately. There was like the beginning of this corridor would be like a computer and the window out of my room and something like that. And you would have to race, yeah, here would be like a computer, I would start here. You would have to race to the door and lock it before whoever that is gets in. And back in the day, this like legitimately freaked me out. I freaked myself out of mine because I was like, the memory was alive of this, like, you know, barricading myself in my room, not letting relatives get in so that they couldn't confront me about me skipping all the classes in the university. And of course, if you unlock this, like, someone opens, but there is no one here because I never did anything with this level. Also cool 3D-ish tiles here for no reason. So, Paket, I hope you are very satisfied.
I am.
I don't think there is anything else. There's these shit things that aren't levels or anything. Yeah, okay, fuck it. Nothing else here. Well, I mean, there's the Atlantis thing, but I really don't feel like showing any of it because it's just too long and too annoying to do.
What is Jakub Crypt? Is this from Atlantis?
Yeah, it's this thing. I mean, I could fucking fuck it. Turk music. Basically, I started some sort of map pack. My first attempt was like Hexen style, non-linear, where you could go back and forth between levels, but CSM doesn't really support that very well. And you start in the sewers after you fall into like ocean from the rocket, kind of like how Serious Run competition started. Fall in the ocean on the rocket, and you turn up in some sewers. You could go find this secret crypt through the sewers, or you could go up to the surface. There's like a square with 2 buildings on it or something. That was all I made for this. And I guess this is the most complete level of them all. Some sort of horror-y crypt attempt, but it doesn't really work in any way. But at least it uses surf music.
Can't you choose player starts that will be used in the next level?
Yeah.
So basically, you could use that to make like any kind of complexity, you know, triggers and shit. But you need like a lot
Yeah.
of player starts and a lot.
You wouldn't
of
really
triggers.
be able to save like what enemies you kill, what pickups you picked up, unless you want real millions of player starts. Track all of that, which I wouldn't do it. But you could, I guess, you could keep track of like, you know, scripted plot sequence events somehow. Basically, this is not interesting. I'm just gonna, you know. The best thing in this level is like I enjoy how the texture came out on this cone, but you know. I guess that hole looks kind of alright. And there's a portal here. If you go in the portal, you get the bad end among some really brown hills, and just it says like basically Sam is lost in a bad future and dies or something. I don't know. This hero was supposed to use actually like Blood of Darkness music for combat, but for some reason didn't trigger. Oh well. So you know, nothing interesting. I guess last minutes I can run through some of my deathmatch levels. Some of the ones that are worth looking, because like this is garbage, unfinished garbage. Bowser's Castle, I guess, is kind of interesting. None of this, pretty much, most of these aren't finished. But at least it's a bit, yeah, Thwomp, really shit looking Thwomp. Using Sam's sound instead of Thwomp sound for falling. Yeah. Fuck! Okay, got killed by the Thwomp. And there's bullet bill time.
When you see that face, you know you're fucked.
Exactly. There's this big room with ball and chains, and you know the fire bars that kill you instantly, I think. And the axe with the bridge, of course. Bullet time is over. But this thing reappears again. Up. Wow, and launches you up. Because of course it does. I mean, parts of it look kinda alright, like these little Bowser things, Mega Spike children, but of course didn't do collision for them, for some of them at least. Music is from Paper Mario 1, also, if anyone is interested. These are like the boss doors from Yoshi's Island, or from Super Mario World. Okay, I don't think this leads anywhere. No, it doesn't. And this is that room where I died. This pill is what triggers bullet time. So there's that. Let's see how much garbage. Doom Castle. That was the thing that is pretty shit right now, but I was aiming to make it like a huge ass level, and every difficulty you selected would be like a different level, pretty much, because on some, like I was planning to do on some difficulties, you would all have 1 health and super shotguns. On one difficulty you would all have cannons or something like that, and basically like every difficulty would be different mode to play, but I of course never finished it. Deep Forest is nothing, I think. There's maybe a couple trees and a huge floor. Or this. Whatever the fuck this is. I'm not quite sure.
Glitchy textures.
Yeah, but at least I placed some, you know, fern tree branches here as seaweed or whatever, kelp. So that's cool. Imagine how little I knew of optimization, and you know, I genuinely thought I would be able to fill the whole space with trees like this and detail and all that. I didn't see like anything wrong with the idea. I thought it would work completely perfectly. Man. Ice Temple, I guess, is one of the finished ones. Uses music from Might Magic 7, aka Crusades of Might Magic, which actually aka is the wrong word to use because it's different games, but they use the same music track. And this kind of looks like garbage as well, but you know, what can I do? For some reason there's particle platforms here and triangles. Now this annoying platforming, and there's a little underwater part where if you go here you get, I don't know what's up with those lights, but there's a cannon in here if you want, and a bunch of platforms that are completely pointless. Lost City, there's nothing. I mean, the thumbnail pretty much shows what the level. It's like 1 or 2 rooms. Moon Maze Hunt I showed last time. Moon Base or something. I don't remember anything about this. Let's see. Ah, fucking speedrun. I guess it was one more of those bigger levels where I thought I would, you know, try to encourage gameplay, which is not just typical Serious Sam deathmatch. And here I think there's somewhere around here there was an invisibility, so you could camp in here in this storage and kill people who try to go in and get some cool stuff. There was buttons here that started something. Oh, a bunch of grenades everywhere. Something in this building, maybe nothing. Oh, there's like the height map.
Hate map.
Hate map. Yeah, in this ship, if you come near the ship and touch it, I think it starts like trying to take off with offset exhaust. But then it falls down, and after this moment there is a laser gun here that keeps respawning. So there's that.
That's kinda interesting.
Kinda easy, yeah. Pandemonium, that's a shit level. Every time you spawn in some place, you need to quickly escape. One of the features of it, if I remember right. Like that cage, for example. Yeah. Ah, this was a fun little piece. Like, you see this blood falling from this sphere? I didn't put this blood here. I put the sphere here so it would like make sense that the blood is dropping from somewhere, but the blood isn't supposed to be dropping from this point in the level. There is no like effects, holders or anything. And my best guess for why it happens is because of this area where there's continuously enemies being spawned and killed. And my theory is that like the blood position is like doesn't have enough time to be positioned where the enemies are, and instead gets positioned for like 000 coordinates. And also these are completely just, if there's a frag match with a frag limit, someone gets all the frags for all these enemies and wins immediately. So this level doesn't work.
I thought that only worked in score match. It works in frag match as well?
I think it does. I believe it does. Also this sometimes opens. Oh. This switch, okay. I don't remember anything about this level. Something here, you can get a flamethrower, portal to that place, little cage that kinda you can ride a little bit, get the heart, which you don't really need to do because you can just jump it. So yeah, this is kinda shit. Though there was one place that I didn't visit. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's here. Ah yes. The invisible wall maze. This could make for some interesting gameplay situation, I suppose, but you know, not really. So yeah, this like, I like the fact that it starts spawning blood where I didn't make it spawn blood, so I thought this level was kinda neat for that alone.
For the glory of Satan.
Pretty much. Yay, Satanism. And there's another pandemonium that was like a completely different idea. Oh shit, it's way more complete than I remember it being. This is music from Perimeter again, the same one from HSEP, actually. And this is like souls falling and flying down into the pits of hell or something from above. Actually, it's a particle effect that the reptiloid, you know, the devil, demon, red-winged guy, uses when he summons his ball. But it's a particle effect that you can keep going forever, and it's just a huge one in the background which made this. And I think it's combined maybe with an emitter, a raptor or whatever emitter, I think like particle emitter that does the other particles. And there's a bunch more of platforms like the one that we are on apparently, or something. I wonder if this played like complete shit, because I don't think I've ever played on it with anyone. Because it looks kinda like complete shit, but you know. Maybe it doesn't play too bad. We'll never know! What else is there? The plant! Oh, right, this one. This one actually, I remember thinking that like this looked very pretty back in the day. I was really proud of myself. And some parts of it still kinda look nice. Oh, there's that empty part. If you jump across and go there and pick one of those big items up, you start throwing meteors out of these pipes. Let me see if I can do that. Also, the music is the boss music from Gish. Which I remember someone who was writing about this level, like commenting, said like it was completely not depressing, but what's the other, like imposing. No, basically they couldn't deal with the music playing in the background. This looks really like Unreal 1, even though I don't like Unreal 1, but you know, everything like blue crystals and a bunch of metal beams and all that. This place I don't remember whatsoever, like making this little bridge here is completely out of my memory. It just leads out there again. Yeah, there's the meteors. So that's this level. What else do I have? Well, we'll find out. Psycho I showed yesterday, not yesterday, before, let's say before. So I think this is one level that the actual, yeah, also uses that music from Airship, from Gish, and I think this is one level that actual, you know, deathmatch players really like, because it really used a lot of this trick where if you jump from a ledge with a knife, you jump way higher. Let me see if I can show it. Basically, it's a way to get up on those platforms with the grenades, and everyone in deathmatch really liked using that, so I guess this is why this level had some success. There was a deathmatch level contest back on our forum at one point, and I submitted the plant, this one, and the maze hunt that I showed before, and this one was named like best gameplay, I think, but overall I think Vodaris's level might have won, if I remember right. Oh, there we go, that's the trick. Little ledge grab thing. And the same trick is used if you want to escape like the lower part here from the box, because normally you wouldn't be able to make a jump like that, as you can see. Oh, well, I mean, it's still a slightly slower jump, lower jump, but if you use the ledge like that, you soar way up high. So I guess everyone thought this was fun. Also, remember, Hippocat, I told you about a level I started about like thick fog and amongst cubes, and you could go on top of the cubes and stuff. Something, basically it's around here somewhere. There's, it's here. I actually, it exists. Let me see if I can find it. It's called like just another small room type map. There we go. I kind of glanced it over. So this is the one I was talking about. To go down here, I mean, you start down here amongst cubes in thick fog, and on the sides you can escape, and you kind of play above everyone. If you are here, of course you need to keep using that ledge thing trick to get anywhere, and you can rain grenades on everyone, but you can also get shot really easily, because out here everyone can see everything. And I guess from below you can also see people that are above, but you cannot really see too far in here, so that's that. Skating pool I already showed. Shizarum is not interesting. Citadel, not interesting. Theme Dark is the one with the porn pictures, but it doesn't run because I apparently have deleted the porn pictures at some point. Toxicity.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. This level I really wish because I remember it being cool, and the thumbnail looks kind of cool, but I cannot get it to run either because some model is missing, and I really wish I could. Wow, texture. I really wish I could be bothered to maybe replace it with some placeholder and get the level to run in some way, but this is the ventilation system. You could see the entirety of this level in my room back in the previous. This is interesting, but only when you have other players, because this is like, you can sort of see through these walls, but not really, because they hide like some entities, I think. Oh no, this is a see-through version. Sorry, the other one is a few see-through, which is like, no, you don't see through this. Yeah, okay, so these like look like they're see-through, but they hide half of the brushes for some reason, and the entities, so you don't see other players behind any of these walls, but you kind of see some of the geometry, which is kind of weird. Music is from Deus Ex, some of the combat tracks. Vitacoms, okay, this one I hope it runs. This is directly inspired by Turok 2 level. You know, the hive. And just really random textures everywhere. I imagine I made these textures about the same way that the Turok 2 team made them. And the rotating corridor, kind of like a tribute to that. You fucking go! Moving meat. And I remember right, there's supposed to be like a lower level with water that you can access somehow. Or maybe through this. Oh, this is 0G, okay. Yeah, so little like stomach or whatever. I think there's a way to go somewhere, maybe not in this one. Yeah, maybe there's different stomach areas. Let me see. This is, I guess, where I fall down. This maybe? Yeah. And you get transported into a different area where this texture is completely misaligned for no reason. Animated, and there's some sort of heart thing which, you know, is made using that Photoshop thing where like spherify or whatever it's called. Ah yeah, Jabu Jabu's belly. I guess there's some resemblance in parts. I wonder if someone like Hispanic playing that game reads Jabu Jabu as Yabu Yabu. That would be kind of funny.
What the fuck is this?
It's an elevator, Hippocat. What did you think?
I didn't think anything, that's why I asked.
Really? Okay. The best part about Yabu Yabu is that there is another one in Wind Waker that is Jaboon. So if someone with that pronunciation of J would read it, it would be Yaboon, which is amusing in Russian, but only in Russian.
Well, that basically means fucker.
Yes, literally. Okay, there is something somewhere around here, some other room that I seem to remember, but you know what, I'm having difficulty finding it. Ah, fuck it. Water Village is like the first level I released that much. And it's all one brush, completely joined together. So if anyone here knows anything about Serious Sam editing, like, they're probably cringing really hard, because this is all a single brush. All boolean, like... what's like union? I guess it's in 3ds Max it's called union. But you know what I mean.
Well, it's not too bad, I guess it's silly, as in you won't be able to change anything ever about it, but it's not like it's like super dumb. Unless you get triangulation errors everywhere.
Which I didn't get somehow. Also this level is slightly cold or something, I think it damages you after some time, or maybe if you go deep. But yeah, this like... I remember back when I sent this level to our website and it got released, put on like the main page as a news item, and I was like, holy shit! Something I made is on the internet, someone's saying nice things about it, and I was like, woo! Because it was the first time that ever happened.
Yeah, the same happened to me with that shitty DM map you've seen in one of the previous streams.
Oh man.
I was like, holy shit, look mom, I'm on the internet.
Exactly, I think told my parents immediately. So yeah, this level, I remember playing on it with my friend and we had some fun, so I guess it was somewhat playable. Didn't even lag, if you can believe it, most of the time. Wrecked ship, this is crap, but I guess I can run through it. This is complete garbage, because it's large,
this
empty.
This is so not like a wrecked ship. Or is it like a wrecked spaceship?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course.
I was hoping it would be, I don't know, like conventional ship.
Nah. Oh, this is a fun part. I guess in this level I was trying to experiment with shit. If you take that cannon, you get trapped inside this contraption and you have to wait for someone to try and rescue you. So if you want a cannon, you have to, like, consider the risk if you open this cage if there's already someone with a cannon in there, bloodlust like in his eyes, waiting to kill you. But then again, if you come and see that the cage is closed, I mean that doesn't mean anything because it starts off closed. But I guess you could just never open it and someone would be trapped in there forever. Ah yes, and you could somehow get on top of it and get those things, if I remember right. Maybe. I'm not sure how, but I remember being able to do it. Or maybe it dropped... Nah, that's just a lamp. There's also some sort of teleportation thing around here. Let me see if I can find it. Ah yeah, this garage looking thing. There's a little bit of outdoors here, which doesn't look anything like a wrecked ship or anything, but you know. Shit level, kinda. And I think there's a way somewhere to get on top of this little mountain, because I see something up there. I don't remember how. Ah, I think there was a teleporter on one of those stone pillars or something. Was this a boss music track from this game, or was it like a deathmatch level track? Do you remember, Hippicat?
I think this was deathmatch, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was like the Lost Tomb, the Babylonian indoor level or something. Eh. Tower. I don't remember anything good about this, but let's see. Also another Death Effect music level using. Don't remember anything particular about this. I guess I just kinda started but never filled it with anything. I guess the concept is somewhat interesting, but if not too inspired by Unreal Tournament. Man. That's that, I guess. Let me see if I skipped anything that could be potentially interesting at all. No, I don't think I did. What the fuck is this? Swim genetic hunter. I guess you could start this. Let's see. Oh, it was a deathmatch level that was supposed to be a bit horror-y and like suspenseful-y. I guess.
Horror deathmatch level?
Well, I mean, it's all like, you know, ooh, and no music, proper music or anything. So like you would slightly like maybe jump when you encounter someone, like oh, because it's all quiet and slow. You don't expect anyone. When someone approaches this area for the first time, that sound plays indicating this thing fell through. And another one of those, because I love the fucking sound of that that I got from Dark Basic resource package or something like that. I remember there's some way around here to get into another half of this level or something. There was another half somewhere. I don't remember if you get there legitimately or if there's just like I never finished it. Maybe through this event. Ah yes. For some reason there's a teleporter that does that. You know, I can still somewhat see deathmatch on a level of this style being a bit tense and jumpy. If you don't encounter each other all the time, like in most deathmatch games, I suppose. Well, this is flooded. Is there anything in here? Maybe. Maybe I didn't get around to putting anything in here. Oh well. Well, I guess that's that.
No, don't you have any of my shit anymore? I think I had like 2 more deathmatch maps that you might have.
I don't remember what would they be called. I don't remember. Like Blood Falls doesn't launch.
The one would be like 4 elements or something, and the other one would be like Nightmare or something.
I don't remember anything quite like that.
The Nightmare something was from that contest, remember, where everybody won? Remember that contest?
Not really, no. I don't think I have those. I don't remember seeing anything like that. Actually, I don't remember seeing any that much levels by you apart from that sky thing. And like the under construction Blood Falls.
Okay then. Well, they were nothing special, but that nightmare thing, it looked slightly interesting.
Do you still have it, or it is lost to time? I guess it's probably somewhere on the internet if you look
Well,
very hard.
yeah, it was on the internet, but I don't have it on my computer.
Oh well.
You really don't remember it? It was like that gothic stuff where everything is like weird colors, like blue and purple and stuff. And it had like some graves in the yard and the towers around it.
I feel like I should remember it, but I don't. Like nothing comes up. But I feel like I'm supposed to, like, there's something about it I should remember.
Oh well, whatever.
One of the many things that are completely lost in time from Serious Sam. Oh.
Oh god, this!
And I cannot launch it.
Oh shit, too bad it's not working.
Oh, I have this thing, which is only interesting for people who map for Serious Sam, because this effect is interesting. You don't really usually achieve this sort of thing in Serious Sam. The thing is done pretty much like the theory behind it is the same as, like, for example, in Super Mario Galaxy. I think like the water surface has these things that work pretty much the same way. Basically, it's like the textures with noise scrolling against each other, and the result is like multiplication of them. So only when there's bright parts on both textures, only there something is shown. So if you look at it, you can see parts moving horizontally in both directions, I think. Or maybe one moves horizontally, one moves vertically or something. But you can see like parts scrolling to the right everywhere. This example is not mine, Luis, it's DJ Sirius's level, if I remember right. But yeah, nothing really much to show, only 10 minutes earlier, so I guess it's nice.
Come on, there is like 10 minutes left to search for other shit to show. Maybe you have like something.
It is garbage that I'm not gonna even bother running. But none of this, the left stuff left is mine, I don't think. Yeah. Fuck is stone. Well, I don't think it's my level.
Well, it's stone. Yep, stone. Yep, that's definitely a stone. Yeah, goodbye, Vice Command.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I guess that's that. I'm not sure. I'll probably have a break next weekend. So Hippocat, you better find some Doom levels or Sam levels or Blood or something that you want to stream.
All right.
Cool. And I guess after that, well, I mean, I'll put some sort of announcement video like usual before next weekend, so people can be prepared to go to Hippocat's channel instead of mine. And I guess by then I'll decide what I want to start with. But it's probably going to be something multiplayer, as we said. Hippocat has agreed to try to play Serious Sam co-op like 2 and 3. Maybe a bit of Minecraft. Maybe Heroes 3, if I can convince him still. If we can set up using like Hamachi or something else. Also, Serious Sam 2 might be questionable because I want him to see all the shitty cutscenes, but only like the level host, the game host can see them, and only by quitting the game and watching them in like custom level menu. And since he would be watching them and reacting to them, I would want him to stream. But for some reason, I also actually, you know what, Hippocat, let's not even bother. You can just stream that to your channel. We wanted to set something up so you could stream this to my channel and still see the chat and all that stuff or something. I don't even remember. But fuck it. I don't really care if it's on your channel or mine. So you can just stream it. You probably, if we do Serious Sam 2, I guess you'll be streaming it. But we'll be playing together in co-op and you'll be watching cutscenes if it's like not super inconvenient, because it might be like between each level you would need to like disconnect. You could go watch the cutscene, then reconnect. Basically, I think we'll try it like first couple levels, maybe. There's nothing too big to spoil there, so we'll try that, and if it turns out to be super tedious, we'll figure it out. But it's not going to be the first thing we do after my break, because that's just Too lazy to figure that shit out. Maybe we'll not even get around to it. But I definitely want to play Serious Sam 3, a little bit of Minecraft, a bit of Heroes, but we'll decide when the time comes. I'll post an announcement. Maybe the announcement about my break won't contain that information, but obviously we'll decide slightly before the weekend when the stream comes. So even if it's just a day before the stream, there'll be some information about that. But for now, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching my shitty Serious Sam levels and my couple like interesting good Serious Sam levels. And thank you Hypocat for being here and requesting this. And
Yay.
Thank you myself, my past self, for making this some parts of it interesting enough to stream, blah 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 blah. Thanks East for the idea of Serious Sam competition. I know you're watching this. If you're still alive, I'm actually not sure if he's still alive. He should be probably.
Thanks to Vadarius for being the arch nemesis and
yeah, definitely. It would not be possible without him or DJ Sirius or any other people from Sirius 3dgamer.ru or whatever the original website was called. Samomania and everywhere. Thank you, core team, for making Serious Sam and ruining my fucking childhood because I spent it doing this shit that never even went anywhere. Oh well. Goodbye.
Goodbye.